So, I don't know that I necessarily need to give the full recap of what happened last session, but the final showdown with Cerberoth within the underground chamber underneath Anaria's watch. Everything for the last several weeks for the party leading up to these final moments, a long, drawn-out battle, although it really was only like a few rounds, so it wasn't that long. But with many creatures being released, one of which being seemingly Buttercup, who was mind-controlled. It was 7 rounds, yeah.
Buttercup's dead.
Having defeated all of the minions that were released by Cerberoth, you defeated all of those, and that's a... Yep, anyways. So you had your final showdown with Cerberoth, and it all came to a very climactic conclusion, which we are kind of rewinding slightly backwards to have a more fitting conclusion to this very epic event. So,
it's like we're gonna have this potential sad moment with that music.
Just B drops at the same time as we all do.
I was going to use the song, but I don't want to.
I don't know, man. This is kind of hitting for me.
Well, it's from something that I'm sure that all of us will recognize momentarily. But anyways, as Verloth makes his way through all of the friends, having seen their various visions, the things around them, sparking intrigue and curiosity as Verloth steps over and has part of his conversation with Xander. We pick back up with time being frozen. Verloth holding up his hand as the shards of onyx are frozen in time. Most everyone has already fallen at this point. Louise frozen in time, not yet having been crushed. Verloth looks to Xander, and part of the conversation has already occurred at this point. Well, we have a choice to make. I've been waiting for a moment like this for quite some time, and it seems like nothing could be more fitting. It's a shame to see all of your fallen comrades here, their lives wasted against one so insignificant. Looking over at the now like agape mouth of Cerberoth, who himself about to be crushed by the falling onyx. Walk with me, Xander.
I'll walk with him.
You move your way over to Cerberoth. Razir has provided me with my necessary sustenance for quite some time, but there are things that you have that would be very useful to me. So, I would like you to present yourself as an offering to me by taking the final breath from Cerberoth, consuming his life essence and providing it to me, thereby consummating our relationship. You do this for me, and serve me for the rest of your days until both of our goals are accomplished, and I will spare your life.
When both of our goals are accomplished, does that mean you just leave me alone? Or what does that mean for my life?
I think that once you see my goals accomplished, your desires to join me in that life afterwards will be so strong you won't be able to resist.
Stronger than my current hatred for you?
What is hatred but just another feeling that we use to control others?
With the way that things are right now, everybody like this. Am I still telepathically linked with Razir?
Razir has fallen. What I will tell you is that I am going to help you to unlock your true potential. It may take some time, but we're going to save this world, and we're going to herald in a new life for everyone.
I don't want to be your puppet, your henchman. Are we... I already know what the answer is, but I have to ask. Are we going to be closer to equals?
Do you have a desire to be my equal, Xander?
I'm not going to answer that. I will put my hand on Cerberot's head, and I'll look at him and say, if there's anything that this group has taught me, this strange group of friends that I have, it's that every now and again, it's okay to be a little selfish. And I'll go and I'll look towards him and give him a nod.
Towards Veriloth?
Yeah.
Good. Good. And everything processes as it did previously, with the life essence being forcefully pulled out of Cerberoth, and you see the energy swirling around your hand. And Louise, although you're frozen in time, you're still conscious of what's happening. It seems as though perhaps it's just your body that isn't able to move. Your eyes dart over and you don't hear the conversation that's happening, but you see as Xander evacuates the life from Cerberoth. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Nice.
Nice
Plenty on
timing.
time. All right, so B2 died.
Okay. All right. I know my own death save, so I don't think so.
Another rock fell and you just died.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was kind of
tiniest piece of rock fell just right spots.
It was kind of concerning when Tim said, "Hey, message me your rolls," and then I do, and then he goes, "Hey, brush up on the resurrection mechanics." I was like, "Way to kind of out if it didn't go that way."
There it is.
Xander just accepted the deal. That's
Perfect.
You jumped in that.
Veriloth takes a
It
step
feels
back.
different, though. It feels different this time. It does.
Arms wide open as the energy, it literally like rushes into him, and you see his eyes glow green for a moment and a bit of smoke come out of his mouth. It takes on a bit of a green hue at the same time. as he looks to Xander. We have a lot more to do. A lot more to talk about. We're going to accomplish great things together. I'm sure you'll have some to talk with Razir about as well, but for now, let's see how things unravel. He kind of pulls his hand back, and Louise, your eyes blink for a moment, and everything hits the ground all at once. Xander, there are shards. This music is way too loud for me right now. I don't know what's
Did
going
I
on.
really quick, because I know that I moved towards Cerberoth in this like theoretical time freeze. Did I move, or was it like a projection situation?
Well, as your eyes blink, you find yourself standing where you were, next to the stairs. The shards spatter across the ground, all of your friends decimated in front of you. And that
Okay.
is where we're going to end tonight's session. No, I'm just joking. So that is where we...
Glad you could make it, Chris. Just in time.
Man,
You were here
sped
for-
through
We actually
quite a few
started.
police
We
stops.
actually started at 2 p.m.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
which doesn't
I
make
really
a whole lot of
missed out.
sense, but yeah.
Took us like 5 hours to get that one conversation done.
I mean, we are
deal.
pretty
I was
slow.
really scratching my chin. I was like, ah.
Let me really
I don't know.
deliberate about this.
Here we go.
Okay. All right.
Garen, I would like you to make a death saving throw, please. And I'm not going to say that every time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we've got a lot of death saving throws to get
we're
through.
all at 0-0, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we just went down.
Because we all just went down.
Oh my god.
That's one fail. Okay.
Oh no!
Not a great
we're gonna
start.
go ahead and skip B2. Chris, you're going to be sitting here for a few minutes. Sorry.
18. I'll just say it.
So, but your
Nice,
first,
nice,
your,
nice.
your first roll was a 12.
12. There's an
Uh,
18 in there. That's all I know.
Razir,
Alright.
What do we need to pass?
10.
10 or higher.
Okay.
10 or more.
It's just a Constitution roll, right? Not a
It's
saving.
just no straight
It's, just,
D20.
it's a D, straight D20.
Glad I have advantage. 13.
Ooh, yes.
Okay. Quick,
Okay.
because it's been a minute since this has happened. You can administer healing potions to people who are down,
Yes.
right? Just not berries.
Correct.
Yeah, it's just not
Okay.
berries, yeah.
Great. Yeah. I mean,
pause the game.
I'm running over to Louise and pulling out the superior healing potion that we didn't
That
use.
I didn't use. Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Cool.
And I'm using my full action to give him the full heal. So
It's
Yeah, I believe
It's-
it says
think
can
It's
use-
still a roll if you give it
It's
to
still a
somebody
roll.
else.
It's a,
Yeah.
it's a
it's so
full
it's a full,
action.
you're right.
or
You're
full
right.
to yourself bonus
Uh,
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna get him up anyway. So
which is maybe
it's
viewed as a bonus
it's
action or
26
administered to a full action. Yeah.
26 hit points to Louise.
It's really good.
I drop down to my knees and I feed this to him and I'm like, get up, and I'll like
We could make it a little bit more.
you rolled
Thematic.
4 ones.
yeah.
Did he?
Um,
Oh wow!
I'm just I'm trying to get him
Wow.
up
you
as quickly as possible.
you rush over to Louise. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna quick clarification. How much health is Xander at? Like, did Veriloth bring
Probably
him?
one, I imagine.
Where did he bring him
Well, you-
to? Did he just stop the damage from happening to him from the rockfall, or did he bring him to 1? To stop
So
the
he had
damage?
taken. Right. So he. How much HP did you have before?
I think it had to have been like 13 or something. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah, maybe like 23 or something. You
It
were
had a
pretty
3
low.
in it.
Yeah.
It was
You're
low
definitely
and it had a
below
3.
30.
So the
53.
Below 30.
the onyx falling had no impact on you.
Three.
It passed right through you, which was
Okay.
my description.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Missed that. Okay.
So I'll say I was at 13. Yeah. So I'm gonna I like kind of stumble over to Louise, kind of barely make it probably, drop to my knees and pop this potion, just put it in his gullet,
Okay.
try and get my
He's-
brother up.
He's been. I mean, everybody on the ground here has been shredded,
Yeah.
cut to pieces, and it is a horrifying sight to see your brother, who you love dearly and grew up with, just laid out on the ground, pool of blood underneath him, and just pieces of him laying around. And you get down and administer a healing potion to him. There's not the entirety of his mouth is not there to accept the potion, although you are able to administer it to him. I mean, these are shards of razor-sharp onyx that I saw the grimace from Jay, and it's bad. It's really, really bad. And Louise, as you gasp breath coming to you, you wake up and there's like a shard through your left arm, and it's like almost completely severed it. And you wake up and just in excruciating pain. Your brother, like kneeling above you, I'm assuming probably tears streaking down.
No, he's crying on the verge of vomiting, but is trying to hold it together.
Also bloodied. And you're at first glance, is that the end of Xander's turn?
Yeah, I don't have anything else I could do.
Glancing around.
Is it a bonus action to administer or a full action?
It would be an action.
It's an action? Okay, yeah, then I can't do anything else. That's it.
I fireball if you want.
That's it.
Alright.
So, Louise, as you attempt to get yourself up, it is a struggle. So there's the mechanics here, and we'll get to that. But just in the moment, the feeling of waking up after you essentially know what happened, but you look around and your friends are just bloodied corpses on the ground, essentially, and your brother is just bawling.
Please. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I've got it. There's going to be time for crying later, and we're going to talk about what just happened. Because I saw that. I don't know if the others saw, but
okay,
we'll
shut
talk
up.
about it
I don't
later.
care. I don't care.
It's not complicated, so just cast aid on the three closest to me. So Garen, D2, and Razir. So you heal for 14 HP.
All three of them do?
Yeah, all three of them do.
Okay.
Because it is 3 targets. Yep, 3 creatures. And that's gonna be my turn because I cannot use a bonus action spell.
All right.
That one.
Oh gosh!
No.
If somehow after all
I don't think
this,
it's-
Blackstar managed to be the only one who dies, it would be so ridiculous.
Gives me a +1. I think it's because of my luck stone.
You
shouldn't get a +1. It's not an ability check.
Oh, no.
Shouldn't get the +1
Yeah, no,
from
it's
the
not.
luck stone. But anyway, you
Well,
rolled
it's
an
fine, you passed
11.
anyway.
You're good.
Yeah.
So that's one success.
Yeah.
Garen, your eyes open. All of the strength seems to have been just purged from your body. You are not just aching, but that glimpse of home, even though your immediate instinct is to jump up to try and aid your friends because you're not entirely certain what's going on right now, but in the back of your mind, having seen the desert, the vision of home, just that feeling of homesickness comes over you at the same time, but you pull it together and rally and realize you do have some fight left in you still.
How do I look? When I
You
look at
are
myself?
crushed. Your lungs caved in. One of your right leg completely just obliterated on the ground. In a normal combat scenario, when we're at 14 HP, we're not necessarily describing losing limbs, and I'm not going to make anybody lose limbs here or anything, but this is more of just for the narrative, right?
Well, I lost my, not the pinky toe, but the one besides that.
Ring toe.
The ring.
The ring toe. But yeah, everything throbs, everything hurts. The blood from your previous rage still pumping through your veins, pumping out of your body as the many cuts and wounds and just crushed bits of you lay there in agony. And you still have a piece of onyx just through your chest into the ground.
Jeez.
from a
Yeah,
narrative
that's-
perspective.
I'm going to do my best to try to get up, like while groaning, in pain, screaming as I realize the position that everyone's in and seeing like the horror of it, essentially. Uh, and I'll cry out to Black Star, uh, if I can see him by I'm like looking down like that.
He's the
See him
most
like that.
buried out of everyone because he was right
Okay.
near Cerberoth, kind of like reaching through the Onyx shards to try to attack Cerberoth when all the rest of them came down and he was just buried in Onyx.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna, if I can get the shard out or snap it and then like just pull myself through it. I don't know how big the shard is, so
It's about 4 feet long. Pins you to the ground. You can grab onto it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll just
4
like
feet.
slowly pull myself out of it. Can I do that? Or is that gonna
Sure.
just essentially make me bleed out? Whatever. And I wanna
And
my leg
nothing
is
a few berries can fix.
isn't
You're
in a
good.
good position, so I'm just gonna crawl to Black Star while kind of wailing out. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I'll
Okay.
end there.
You get over and you can see his left foot kind of sticking out of the rubble.
Can I? I'll end my turn with attempting to remove rubble as much as I can, since I'm not standing. I'm like
Okay.
on
So
my
you
stomach.
begin just through the pain, the anguish, just ripping parts off, and you're just screaming out. It's echoing through this massive chamber. B2. As your eyes snap open, there's like almost like a illusory vision of that woman just fading, like for like half a second. You see it above you, fades into the distance. Look around and see the scene before you. Don't know how much B2 feels pain, but there's probably a couple of different things that are out of place and dented, and probably
in a pool
more,
of oil.
probably more so confusion. Maybe confusion. I'm not trying to take away your
That
player
was
agency,
Cerberot who got
but I'm just
confused.
trying to. Maybe a portion of what happened was blackout. I don't know how you would choose to interpret that, but there's a lot of mixed emotions, feelings for anybody who would wake up to this. There isn't anything pinning you to the ground.
Okay. I think in that brief moment that I see the woman like above me, B2 or Darrow reaches for her, and for just a split moment, there's a moment where B2 feels in charge, and then Darrow feels in charge, and then it just kind of flickers back and forth until finally Darrow just takes control. Be it that B2 doesn't want to see what's around him. Maybe he hasn't looked directly to where his friends are. And Darrow's gonna pick himself up, stand up, use half of his movement, and kind of take it all in. Kind of goes, well, definitely seen worse, but this is pretty bad. And then I'm gonna go to Darrow's gonna go to Razier, and like if he's got something on him, he's just gonna help the closest person. Come on, old timer. We're not dead yet. And that will be how he ends his turn.
Razier. You're laying face down in the mud with a cloud of fog above you as your head slurps out of the mud you pull it out of and look around in the broken and burnt and desolated forest that you lay in. You look up and you can't even make out the sky. It's just a darkened white gray landscape as the cry of some massive creature rings out far off to your right. And I don't know whether or not Razir would panic in the moment, but you've been here before. And as you kind of put your hands down and kind of force yourself up, you look up and B2, Darrow, is there. And you're in the cavern. And all of the rest of what you saw is gone. You kind of catch your breath for a moment, now that you need to breathe.
As I do just before my vision shifts from what I was seeing to what's happening in front of me, just Rose, and then right on my hip. I'll take his hand and stand up or finish clearing whatever else is on me. Off.
Okay.
Look around. Look and see Cerberoth. Recognize what's happened to him. Like, tilt my head, think, and then go a little wide-eyed and look to Xander. And just see what he's doing. And I'm kind of stunned, trying to get a read on him. Not that I'm like inciting him or anything, but just waiting to make eye contact. So
I'm the least damaged of everybody, right? Because I didn't get hit by this last one.
Correct. You were hit by a lot of other things, though.
Yeah.
No. We're all pretty messed up, but I'm looking at you like waiting for eye contact to confirm what I'm thinking, and that's basically all I'm gonna do on my turn.
As soon as, I mean, it seems pretty obvious the Black Star is going to get up at this point. So as soon as we get back to his turn or Louise's turn and he heals Black Star, we'll get out of this initiative and we'll go to regular.
There's still a Buttercup.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a minute to do that. The spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not making eye contact with Razir at all. I haven't really debriefed with anybody. I don't know where Louise is at in terms of magic, so I'm just gonna go over here and try and stabilize Black Star.
So
I don't have a kit or anything.
So he's buried under the rubble, and Garen has just revealed his other leg and like is starting to pull the rocks away, and you can see the back half of him, or the bottom half of him rather.
Yeah. Then I'll help.
His best half.
I'll help Garen as best as I can, even though it's not much.
Okay.
I'll do my best to pull stuff away, and help him. Kind of frantic.
Is Garen still crying out at this point?
Yeah. I was, if anything, I'm calling everyone because I can't do it, and that's frustrating me.
So that's probably has some kind of an impact on Xander to some extent, just hearing Garen cry out for help and asking for his friends, and Xander arrives and does it as well, but there isn't an end to that cry for help, trying to release Blackstar from this.
That's it. That'll be my turn.
Yeah, I skipped your turn anyways.
Great.
I'll just get closer to him just so I'm able to see his foot sticking out. Guess healing word on that. And say, just hurry, I'll go check up on Buttercup if he's still alive. So I'll go over to where I last saw him. Wait, no, I have my action to dash. Do I see anything as I pass by, or just crushed beneath a shard, and I don't even see him.
So Buttercup was a little bit larger than the last time you saw Buttercup, but just because of, well, we'll get to that. But you don't see any sign of Buttercup at this point. You do keep referring to, I don't remember Buttercup being a boy. I remember Buttercup being a girl.
Right.
Do I have that wrong?
I don't know if we ever established it.
I don't
I
think we
don't
ever
remember.
established it.
Gotcha.
Just never came up.
Okay. You don't see Buttercup at all. You can.
Alright.
You've already used your bonus action.
Yeah, I
your
used my action,
so
bonus
we'll come
action,
back
and-
around. We're gonna be out
Yeah.
of initiative here in a moment, anyways. So, actually, we're out of initiative like now. Now.
How much did I heal?
Oh yeah, I need to roll that. Sorry. Roll. Minimum 9.
Nice.
Maybe we'll stay in it if you're gonna attempt to try to revive Buttercup. I don't know if you're just gonna use the revivify scroll or
Yeah.
expect everybody in the next 48 seconds to
I mean,
come
we just
over
need to
and
find him.
Yeah, we gotta
Okay.
find him. Find her
So-
first.
Blackstar, you're face down in the rocks, and you're the top half of you is still covered. You feel the rocks just bearing down on you, and you can just barely hear the sound of Grignac. Blackstar, Blackstar. From your hip. Open your eyes, and they're covered in just like tiny shards of glass just all in front of your eyes. They don't cut into you or anything, but that's what's like you realize as you're opening your eyes, it's all crusted over with that as you're buried in this, and you are just in immense amounts of pain. And the only thing that flashes before you is the vision of that Titan and a primordial striking it, and Veriloth having more power than it. As the pain racks through you, you hear your friends behind you. You think that for a moment that the sound of Grignac is maybe calling to you to, this is the end. He's calling you somewhere else beyond your life. But then the pain really hits you. A little tiny little shard kind of nicks the side of your eye a bit as you blink. You're able to, with the help of Garen, you start to hear Garen and a slightly sobbing Xander just like pulling rocks off, and you hear him sliding to the side, and eventually you feel yourself uncovered. And I hate taking the actions away from people, but I just envision Garen like reaching in as soon as like Blackstar is visible, just like reaching in and grabbing him and just pulling him out and like setting him down to the side. It's kind of what I envision from that. So is that fair? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My objective is to get him out, so
Yep.
yeah.
A gout of flame travels from my head down my body, and I look completely normal, like completely uninjured. And I go, and I don't say anything, and I just lay there.
You're stupid.
You're stupid. Don't touch me. Go away.
I'm gonna pick him up and hug him.
I said don't touch me. Just limp. I'm like a rag doll. Just, no. No.
Okay. So I'm gonna end the actual combat because everybody looks over and you see Louise race over to this other smaller pile of rubble. And Louise, I'm assuming you're trying to clear away the rocks to find Buttercup. Is he frozen?
I'd go over and help.
Oh, he was
There
frozen.
he is.
So I described everybody looking over and seeing you over by this smaller pile of rubble. I assume that you're trying to clear it away to find Buttercup.
Yeah.
Okay. Takes you a few moments. Yeah. Eventually clear it away. Takes you a full round to clear it away. And you see the top of Buttercup's head where this mind control helmet has been like broken inwards, and you can see like inside of Buttercup's skull, where the cutoff horn would have been, is just like broken inwards, and the rest of the body macerated, essentially. There is still a body left, but it's just like everybody else, is either in pieces or barely holding together.
And like the helmet is still attached to it, right?
It's physically attached, but you don't see any
Right.
you don't sense any arcane power from it.
Or then I try to remove it, so just in case when I revive him, he's not still mind control.
Hold on.
Make an intelligence check.
All right. Do I have advantage from the shard, or
You
is
do.
it? I do. All right. My mental age, baby.
And in this moment, we're free of initiative, so anybody who wants to do anything can at this moment.
Nothing. Like
I had
nothing.
gone over to help him
You did.
uncover Buttercup, and
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're there in this moment. Anybody else?
As he's trying to take this mind control device off, I'll walk over and notice and wait. Remember when Garen did that to the tree and it just kind of imploded?
Yeah, but if we don't remove it, there's a chance he'd still be mind control when I bring him back. Plus, with
Right, well,
that tree, I'm pretty sure the helmet was pretty much part of him at this point, because it was like,
I mean, we don't know how well attached this is. It maybe it's a better idea for us to revive Buttercup and then go back and see if the other Buttercup is in the tunnel and try and figure out a solution there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the other Buttercup was just like an illusion made to lure us in there.
does the
Maybe
mind
you're
control
right.
helmet like look broken?
Yes. But it's
Right,
still around the base of it is where it's actually physically attached to the skull, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, even when Garen was trying to rip it off of the tree, it took a lot of strength to pull it off. So
Yeah.
it's physically there, but it's not functioning.
I think the boys are right. It's looks pretty well stuck on there, but it also does look broken. So I don't know if we're gonna use that scroll we got. I don't think that's gonna fix the helmet. So she'd probably be, well, I wouldn't say fine, but I don't know if the mind control is gonna happen. Might have to leave it on for now and come up with some other solution to get it off later.
I mean, you guys know more about magic than I do, so I'll trust you on that. And I'll take out the scroll and cast Revivify, which says I need to do a casting ability check, so from your wisdom check. I'll
Okay.
do that. With advantage still.
Come on.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah!
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Jeez.
Louise.
Okay.
Like Jason's eyes. Are you disturbed by this song?
No, I just don't. It's a new one. I don't know what the vibes are here. I don't know if this is sad or happy.
Well,
Why can't it be both?
It was a natural 20 on the roll for Revivify for Buttercup. And you've been looking for and attempting to find Buttercup in-game for months. Out of game, there's Razir, or there's Eric with his face again about how long
Well, I
it's
think
actually
in
been.
game. I think in game it's been about like 3 weeks.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been like
it
3
was-
weeks
what
to
was
a
it?
month.
It was just a week to get to Seor.
Either way,
a week
either
to spend a
way.
few
Okay.
days,
I don't
then
care.
travel.
Rega-
for
regardless
I
of
don't care.
like 3
regardless of how long it's been.
Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks, but yeah.
Out of
It's been a while.
game, It's been like a year.
It's been
The
so
party
long.
out of game, it's been a year that you've been in search of Buttercup.
Uh-huh.
So, as the strange kind of well, you don't even remember what the eyes of Buttercup looked like, but they have almost kind of a rainbow filtered to them as they slowly kind of open, and you see the facial features of Buttercup, this cute little pony, has been just either experimented on or something happened recently to cause them to be just bulbous and just like bubbles of weird like skin protrusions coming off, making it look just horrific at this point. But the eyes still have that very baby cute look to them as they kind of snap open and look up at Louise. And there's just a small smirk that comes up over Buttercup's face. But no words, because Buttercup doesn't speak common.
Yeah, and I'll cast Speak with Animals. Even though he's a Fae, it somehow
It's the
works.
one exception.
Dude, no, I love this. I love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's
because
gotta be. It's gotta be.
Everyone
top
believes
10.
it's a pony, so it works.
It's gotta be. It's gotta
The
be
horn
top
came
10
off.
magic
It messed with
mistakes
some
that.
stuff.
It's gotta be top 10 magic mistakes that have ever been made in any D&D game. This is incredible. I love it.
And there's everybody else hears a very guttural sounding baby unicorn neigh come from Buttercup and Louise. Hello?
Yeah,
I think you. I know you.
yeah, you got kidnapped back in River. We came to save you.
I don't know where that is, but
Where we went with Dreek after you met us.
Dreek?
The town. Yeah.
I think I know that name.
Yeah, the little boy who you were traveling with.
I'm just happy to be alive.
Yeah, I guess we're kind of late on the rescuing part.
Well,
Just a little.
if I really needed to be rescued, I thank you for rescuing me. I don't know much other than I'm stuck right now.
I mean, I'm sure, Garen, B2, could you lend us a hand to,
I was laying still on the floor wherever I saved, or not saved, where I pulled out Black Star. I'll get up and say, "Coming." But he looks. Garrett doesn't look like his normal confident self, so he's a bit deflated. Yeah, but I'll still make my way over there and assist in bringing the unicorn back into a comfortable position.
As
Can I see
HP,
Cerberod's body?
it's completely covered in the onyx rubble.
I just want to start making flames anywhere I can see parts of his skin. So I'm just laying on the ground and I just look over.
I'll chuck a berry at Black Star.
It just hits me in the forehead. Ow.
Sensu beam.
Yeah, Sensui! Sensui! And it's a third level one, so if you eat it, it'd be... Wait,
It's 12,
Six.
right?
Wait, 12? Are you insane?
I don't know.
Probably
I was
six.
on a double. I don't know.
I fumble around my head after it hits me and I grab it and I just kind of... I'm just making small fires around the obsidian, the onyx, I mean.
The fire that you're creating, at least in this moment, seems stronger, more potent,
Because you leveled up.
hotter. Just in this moment. And I don't know how Black Star feels about what he witnessed, but there's a feeling that Grignac desires to help you uncover this body as you begin to melt some of the rocks around where Cerberoth is. And you're not normally capable of doing that with just your normal fire.
Seeing that, Blackstar does start to stand up, just kind of weakly. And he apparates Grignac, and he's just now pointing the blade. And just...
And as you're doing
Stupefy.
these points, there's the... you just hear, Black Star, Black Star, Black Star, Black Star.
I ignore him for now.
Okay. Garen, as you're pulling one rock away after the other, what is Darrow doing?
Darrow is actually not paying attention to anything and does not hear his name get called or his other, and has started walking towards the water that he sees. Just slowly, not like, everything else is going on and he doesn't pay any attention. Like he doesn't know who Buttercup is. He doesn't know. He barely knows the people he's with. And if he makes it to the water, he sticks his hand into it, hoping to feel the water. And then he doesn't. And he sticks his other hand into the water, and he still can't feel it. And so he just kind of sits on maybe the stairs there and sticks his legs in it as he's sitting. And he goes to himself, he goes, "Where did you go? Where did I go?" And it's just kind of having a moment there for himself.
Okay. Were you wanting the rest of the group to kind of have their moment with Buttercup?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can continue with what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to continue with that, but we can come back to that after. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. Garen, as you're pulling these stones away and revealing more and more of Buttercup, you see that the legs, having been crushed, but even besides that, are deformed. It's not like they're malnourished. It looks like there's growths all over the body of Buttercup. The mane has like blackened and withered, and is like almost like it's charred and stuck to the top of the body. And as you're pulling it all away, and Buttercup just kind of moves slightly, barely, and raises her head up slightly and looks towards everyone and begins trying to communicate, but it's only Louise that can understand what's being said. Thank you for helping me. I don't really know who you all are, but you look familiar. And I think it's not the first time I've experienced something so horrific in my life, but hopefully it's the last. Can I come with you?
Of course. I'm pretty sure we're going to go see Drake after that. So if you want to go be with him again, you can do that, or...
I think Drake, the name sounds really familiar, and I think that he was a really nice young boy. But that's all I can remember.
You said you remembered us a bit by seeing us, so maybe when you see Drake, it'll come back to you and you'll remember who he was.
Okay. I might need a little help to walk.
Oh yeah, I don't think we're going anywhere for at least a day, because I look at the rest of the group. We're all pretty banged up as well, except for Black Star somehow.
Oh. Black Star. That name sounds familiar too.
Yeah, he was with the group. We did get 2 new friends when you were gone. That big guy who just helped you up, that's Garen.
Oh, do you know? I think I remember Treek really liked this one person.
Yeah,
I think her name was Threll.
she left. But I think before she. No, wait, she didn't even say goodbye to any of us. Now I think about it.
Left a note.
Yeah, she left a note. That's it.
Well, I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad you're here.
Oh, and the other big guy that's walking that way for some reason. That's B2.
Oh,
Where is B2 going?
Oh no. Can I see if B2 or Darrow has his katana?
Yeah, he's kind of. It's kind of like dragging in the dirt beside him.
because you'd thrown down the glaive. Did you leave that behind and just walked over to the water, leaving the glaive on the ground?
Yeah. I know where it mentally is, so don't worry. Not just throwing away an artifact item.
Sure.
Or a fable item. Wow, this is cool. Done.
Use it for one fight. Don't need it anymore.
Single use item, right?
Okay.
The are the portals still active?
Yes.
Right. So I mean, as far as we can tell, that's Portal to the Fey Wild or whatever it's called, where Buttercup came from. Does she want to go there first? Do we think that'll help her heal better or something? Maybe help remedy what's going on with her?
Is the portal still open?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I just assume with all the conduits, both the crystal orbs and the living being
Is that Felix
really
asking me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just assume that because of that,
Dude,
Because
Eric just asked that question 10 seconds ago.
Both portals are currently open. Yes.
And Razir mentioned something important. You could go back home to the Feywild. Would you want that?
Is that where I came from?
I mean, that's what we think. Because you told us, I believe you came. Wait, what did he tell us? Did he say he came through a weird portal or something like that, and then he was captured?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the random portals that were popping up
Yeah.
here and there that happened in the Eastwood.
Yeah, because
there seems to be a lot of my memory that's gone.
Oh. Do you translate that for
Yeah,
us?
are you translating this?
no, yeah, I did.
Okay.
So far, I've translated everything. It's in the sad part where he said, like, "Oh, I've seen this before," something like that.
Yeah. Memory. Oh, I just had a terrible thought. That other one we saw said they did remember us. We assumed it was some kind of puppet made by that shadow thing. What if that? I mean, we've seen some weird things come out of the Shadowfell. What if whatever that thing is, it can take memories? Maybe it's got Buttercup's memories.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could go take a look.
I think we might want to take a sit down for a bit before we go take a look at anything.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that, but
Get everybody bandaged up.
I mean, at least for Buttercup, outside of the memories, what feels right?
Does Dreek feel like home, or does the Feywild feel like home?
I don't know what home is. I don't know.
Good sweet Christmas. What happened to this creature?
Wait, what's Christmas?
Same thing that happened to
I'll-
us.
I'll give
Fresh by the
I'll give
rocks.
Black Star a pat, like a stop that kind of pat.
I'd shrug him off. Don't touch me. What? What are we doing? Can we go? I'm tired.
I think so. The pony, the unicorn's having trouble remembering, and I had an idea that that other one we saw that did remember us, that shadow thing that made that, might have its memories, her memories. So we might have to go deal with it if we want her to remember stuff. But also, we're all kind of beat up, and by kind of I mean really. So I think that a sit down for a little while, get a bit of a rest in, and heal up a little bit before we go deal with what is potentially the last monster in this place. Although there's that big group in that other cave over there. We got a little bit of cleanup left, but I don't quite want to leave nothing down here that we don't want down here.
What's B2
If
doing?
we intend on,
B2 chain.
I don't know, getting his feet wet.
I hate today. And I start walking towards B2.
Because I'm curious. Louise, can I have the hole really quick?
Sorry, have it what?
The hole?
The whole, yeah. Given the
Splay it
plot.
out. Jump in. Grab the hammer. I'd like to go and hit the crystals that are around Cerberoth and see if he's actually there.
Okay. So you, the rest of you who, well, the two of you who don't know what this is, he comes out of the hole, although I think Darrow is probably just not paying attention, and Garen is running over to where Darrow is. But you pull out the Onyx breaker and go over to this pile, which is like maybe 3/4 like melted through, where Black Star has been like trying to get at where Cerberoth is, and there's kind of like a gaping hole where you can see in where like he should be there, but maybe he's buried further in, and you just kind of walk over and tap the pile, and it literally just turns to sand, just across the ground, and there is nobody.
I'm slamming the hammer on the ground as hard as I can. Like it's hard for me, but I'm cursing and I'm slamming it on the ground and I'm kicking the dust and I'm kind of throwing a temper tantrum.
Like the child you are.
I'll walk over behind him as this is happening. Well, I ain't never seen a body disappear before.
I mean, happen with you.
It's some I think it's some fiend thing, some demon thing. They can't die, so they just disappear. But I was holding out hope that maybe this would be a different circumstance.
Right. So, about that last breath, it's that
What are
wasn't
you gonna
me.
say?
You make some sort of agreement?
Yeah, I did.
You take another step in? Yeah. All right.
I did what I had to do to ensure that everybody would live. That I would live. And I had to.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do the hard thing to make the. I ain't always good with words, but sometimes the right choice is the hard thing to do. Look,
Yeah.
that's twice now you've offered yourself up to help us or me done something good. So there's merit in that. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it feels like we're all screwed anyway. I made a selfish choice, and that's the end of it. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't want to talk about it right now.
There. Alright, let's ugh. I don't know where we even want to go. Because upstairs ain't too friendly. I'm gonna go sit by that green portal. Looks a little nicer.
Yeah, you do your thing.
So you're not joining the rest who are literally all heading towards Darrow?
I'm gonna just go like sit in front of here,
Yeah.
lay
Okay.
down on the grass.
All right. And it's luscious green grass. Okay.
I'll take an extra second at the ash pile and then go back to the hole, put the hammer away, and wrap it up, and then I'll follow over to the rest of the group.
Okay. So Garen and Blackstar, let me just really quick. Louise, were you heading with the group or are you hanging out with Buttercup?
Yeah, no, I'm still taking care of Buttercup.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's Garen and Blackstar arrive at Darrow first.
I think before I went, I would even go towards B2. I found the nearest like piece of a large piece of fallen onyx. Is it onyx you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just turn into stone rage and just punch it while slowly getting harder and faster and then starting to yell. Yeah.
It is a substance almost unlike any other that you've encountered before. Your blows, onyx in a normal context would be, it's like a gem jewel, kind of like precious rock material kind of situation. In this context is the hardest substance you've ever encountered before, and you are not causing any damage to whatever it is that you're punching. Although you did witness Xander just lightly tap the pile with this onyx breaker and it shatter into a million pieces. But you're able to beat on it as much as you'd like to, but there is no sign of impact.
That's perfectly fine. I'm just very mad, and if anything, it not breaking is making me more upset.
I figured it would. Uh-huh. Okay. So you do that, and then you join up with Blackstar to...
I wanted to give him space if he wanted to say something, and then I would come afterwards.
Gotcha.
Not Garen, but me. That's my character would be punching something as Blackstar is making his way to
Sure. Okay.
Darrow. Then
So
I would
then-
join later.
So then for at least the first few moments, Blackstar approaches Darrow.
Are these stairs that go up or down?
Up. It's a very thin, 1 or 2 foot wide little rock platform kind of thing that's outlining this river that's moving.
But it is above.
It's above. It's about 15 feet up. And
Okay,
then there's
good,
that
'cause-
waterfall kind of crashing down on the left-hand side.
It looked like it was above where I was, just looking at the map, and it was really tripping me out if it wasn't. So I'm so glad you said that it is higher elevation, because my immersion, I swear.
Oh, wow.
Perfect, though. That's exactly what. So I get to the bottom of the steps, and I just call up. Are you B2 or not B2? I don't think you're B2 because B2 wouldn't be over here. So I'm Blackstar Lazarus. I'm tired. Do you want to talk? Do you need to talk?
I know of you Black Star.
Okay, that
His
saves us.
memories are jumbled, but he favors you.
Yeah, I like him too. What you
Have
doing?
you ah, just kicking the water? No. Um
Just hanging out.
chilling. Um I just had to confirm something for myself. I This is the most control I've had, and I needed to understand what this body is.
Are you like the used to be version of B2?
Used to be. I guess you could say that.
I mean, I did.
I see why B2 likes you.
Thank you. How long do you think you'll be in the seat? And I kind of start to slowly take a step or two, not like in a rush.
Yeah.
Can't can't tell if it's because I'm tired or hesitant. Probably both.
I'll be here for a moment. I'm I never thought I'd miss the feeling of water against my own skin.
What does it feel like now?
Nothing. Everything feels like nothing. I don't even feel the pain of what just happened. I've been shot by arrows. I've been stabbed by swords. Hit by a fire spell. I know pain, and I can't feel it. I can't feel the water. But if I go outside, I can't feel the breeze or smell the flowers. I can't feel anything.
I don't like that.
Is this contraption normal around here? Whatever time period this is, do you all trap souls in machines?
Can Blackstar think of any time he's heard of anything like this before?
Make a history check.
Do I have an advantage?
You do.
That was trash. My brain's not braining.
He's a little tired. He
As
just came back.
usual.
You have no idea.
You're the first thing I've ever seen like this, and I like books mostly for pictures and also for songs, but I've read a few like words in addition to that. And I've stolen a lot of things, and I've never met anything like you. Any person, creature, I don't know what to call you, but
Abomination.
I wouldn't go that far. B2's actually quite the character, very genial, very kind. He's a good soul. You don't seem half bad. You haven't stabbed me to death, which I really appreciate. So, thanks for that.
No problem. I suppose the same to you. You haven't stabbed me either. Though,
I mean,
from what I can gather, you're more of a burn something alive kind of deal.
it's just so much more satisfying. The smell, typically, really. Anyway, so you're in the seat now.
Yeah,
Are you gonna stay with
now.
us?
I'm sure once B2 realizes you're all okay, he'll come back.
Do you guys switch openly, or is it just certain times?
There's moments. It's hard to explain. It's almost as if I'm floating in the middle of an ocean, and just briefly, I'm able to get above water and breathe. And suddenly I'm here.
Do you think he knows about you?
I think he's becoming more aware. In the fight, there was a moment where B2, as you referred to him, wanted me to make sure his friend Garen was okay.
He's the one punching the rock.
You know, that's not surprising from what I saw when he was on the ground.
Nice to meet you, Darrow.
Nice to meet you as well.
I'm gonna look into some things for you. Maybe you get your own body or something. Or I don't know how it works, but people shouldn't be trapped.
I appreciate that.
Just
wouldn't
keep
mind
not
being
stabbing
free.
me.
I promise you, I won't stab you. And if I do, you'll also have a weapon in hand, and you'll be facing me. You've earned that respect.
Oh, I love your respect. This is. Oh my God. Okay. Garen. Look,
Blackstar was like, "Ooh, my God."
Yeah, it would be Garen. Probably would have already gotten there by this
Yeah,
point.
I would have
letting that happen. So,
yeah.
Yep.
I would have started making my way over.
Making my way.
Is it just us three, or did other people go there?
So Xander was also headed in that direction, but I'll say you both arrive at the same time, which isn't really, it's fine.
I mean,
Well,
one was smashing the ground with a hammer, the other with his fist.
Yeah, exactly. I was throwing a temper tantrum. He was throwing a temper tantrum. Just two different kinds of temper tantrums.
I already did my temper tantrum, so that's why I'm good now.
You arrive at the bottom of the stairs at the same time and kind of look at each other and then look up the stairs.
How far has Blackstar made it up the stairs at this point?
Just a few. By the end of it, I've stepped up and I hold my hand out.
He's gonna lean over. Are they both young? Are they both children throwing temper tantrums?
Oh, I mean, one is an actual child and acts like it, and
That's
the other
big one, right?
No, the big one is not a child, but I feel like he really bottles it up, and so he's got some anger issues, if I'm being honest.
Don't we all?
And then once realizing that the two have gotten closer and that Blackstar has extended his hand, he'll turn and take Blackstar's hand and stand up and kind of straighten himself up and goes, "I'm sure you have questions."
Blackstar says, "I don't anymore," and then he just walks off to Razir.
I really starting to understand why B2 likes him.
Mm-hmm. You have to make your way down the stairs and pass by Xander and Garen to get to where Razir is.
As I walk down, I step aside from Garen and I shoulder check Xander.
Xander dramatically throws himself off the stairs and lands on his head.
Come on,
he
here's
eats
the
it.
skull already.
He eats it, but doesn't turn around. Doesn't even give you a dirty look.
Can I recognize that it's not B2?
Make an insight check.
Well, so he just said, I can see why B2 likes you as...
But this is Garen. Although, what's
Okay.
you know what? What's Garen's
It's not
intelligence?
stupid.
Yeah.
My intelligence is 0. I mean, 11.
That's not terrible.
It's like
That's not terrible.
Hey,
Not terrible.
I think that
Okay.
means you're dead.
So then
Brain dead.
I would say that you heard that and kind of can put the pieces together. I don't know why I keep assuming that Garen is... I'm like
Standard
it's like
barbarian.
it's like
default.
standard barbarian,
Yeah.
like 8, 6 intelligence, something like that. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
yeah, super
yeah,
dumb, super dumb
he's
stat.
definitely not.
that's
he's definitely,
stupid.
no,
I
not
rolled
stupid.
pretty well.
You did, as did everybody
Uh,
else. Anyways, yeah. So you stand at the bottom of the stairs, near Xander.
Where is B2?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
Somewhere in here. I don't know if he sees the same thing I see or experience while I'm locked away. But I'm confident it's not the end of B2. He'll be back.
I'll be back.
Who are you? And did you come first, or did B2 come first? And how does this work? Is it like I mean, is it like some kind of like psionic mind melding
All right,
situation? Or-
slow down, Xander.
I love it. I love that so much.
So that I remember B2 making a note of someone who asks a lot of questions. Questions are good though, you know. Details matter. I think I came first. I don't understand. Well, no. I was alive before I was in this. I had flesh and blood. I felt pain. You know, things like that.
Big old dong.
And then at some point, I became this. I don't know if B2 also existed at the same time and we melded together. I don't know if I'm powering this. I don't know. The only thing I can recall is my commander one time saying, "Even in death, we serve." And maybe that's this.
Dude works for the Emperor from 40K.
Thank
no,
you.
I mean he just no. That just sounds like he works for the American military. Honestly,
What's the difference between?
um,
Are you alive, Alex?
even in,
Outside, yes. Inside,
even in death he serves.
only in death does duty.
I thought, of course, that's metaphorical. You know, rally the soldiers, rally the cause.
All right. I mean, do you? No, hold on. I gotta reel it in. What's your name?
My name is Darrow. What was my surname? I don't know. I don't remember. Suppose it wasn't important. We were never called our full names.
Okay. I don't even know where to start.
I don't get it. Why are you helping us?
Well, as I told Blackstar, in that last battle, there was a moment where B2 told me to check on you. So I did. And because she seemed to be helping you.
Who?
And
Karen's an owl.
Yeah, I'll do a brief check around my shoulders to make sure there's no women in the room. It's just stinky men.
Just guys, dude.
It's just a sausage party.
And then also, and also, anyone trying to kill me, I'm going to also try to kill them. That's just basic mentality. But to answer your question, I hate to say it, but I don't remember who she is. But in that brief moment, it felt like I could feel the warmth of the sun again. So she's someone.
Well, I'll thank B2 when he gets back, and I'll walk away.
I think that I can help you uncover some of your history. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but hopefully sometime soon. I don't know you, but you and B2 are one and the same. And as far as I'm concerned, helping you means helping B2. So I think maybe one day I can get my act together and maybe get a look at what you were like.
I appreciate that. I don't know much. I don't even. It seems this is a potentially even a different time. I don't even know how long ago or what has happened to me. So I'm excited to talk with you more and learn more. But Xander, you have asked me some questions, and I wish to offer, in return for answering those questions, advice. I don't really understand what has happened here. I don't understand what's going on, who that ugly person was. Just take it from someone. Don't ever become a pawn in someone else's game. It's not a good time.
Well, maybe if you had told me that 15 minutes ago.
I've always been
Just
bad
by
at timing.
that much.
That's. I will admit that's not one of my strengths.
And on record, and I know that the player of this chess game can hear me too, I don't intend on being a pawn.
Good. I don't know how well you can trust me compared to B2. But know this. However I can, I will make sure you get out of this. And he doesn't really understand the concept of Verloth. He goes, even if he can hear me. And he's just kind of turning around.
He probably
Wherever
can.
you are. He's like a
And
bat. You don't know where they are.
yeah, he does just lurk around. And I'll do my best to help you because I mean, I'm under the assumption right now, and this is a work in progress theory, but it seems like you two are one and the same, sharing a body with two different ideas of consciousness. So should the body die, that means both of you die. And while I don't know you that well, I do very much care for B2. So I will do my best to keep both of you alive. And before I go and take a look at some of this, at least the remaining tech that's around, you know, there's a lot of questions about you and your past and time. But unfortunately, I'm coming to learn, and I think everybody's coming to learn, that time isn't really a constant thing when you're with me. So we'll learn to toy with it.
Darrow's going to walk down the stairs and now get even with Xander. And he'll put his hand on his shoulder and he goes, "Very well. Now, I do have one question. How bad does the big one want to kill me?"
I mean, do you want it on a scale of 1 to 10, or
Yeah.
sure, with 10 being wanting to kill you real bad, I'd probably put it at a 7 right now. But if you caught him on a good day, maybe like a 3 or a 4. Him and B2 are really close. They're really tight. So I think that in essence, even though B2 is supposed to come back with your level of confidence, you've taken his best friend away. And I think that he's confused and hurt, and you're gonna have to give him some time. But if B2 learns about you and learns about this and explains the situation to him, I think he'll be a little bit more willing to come around. I'm not even sure that I'm ready to come around yet, but you're who I'm talking to, so...
I think you misunderstand me, Xander. 7 is perfect. It means you can trust him. It means he's gonna make sure I don't die because he wants to be the one to kill me. I trust that. And I'm gonna walk to where Razor is.
Razor!
Razor!
And then we can move to other people.
Sure.
I was heading to Buttercup, by the way, just to scoop them up.
Okay. Yeah. So we can come to that because you had left a little bit ago for that conversation. So you head over there, and Buttercup definitely is struggling to find her legs and kind of push up on the ground a bit. And I'm sure that Louise probably has done other things to maybe heal her because she's in really rough shape.
I have, because I gave one to Black Star, I have 49 third level good berries.
Sure.
So we're all getting full health really quick.
Yeah.
Her max HP is 67, and she's at 1 HP right now. So.
How many? I need to do math to play D&D. Oh, no, it's easy. I give her, just a handful, which would be 11. She's full health.
Okay. Did I just hear a
Discord?
Was that Discord?
I think
No,
somebody.
sorry. That was my Steam.
Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve.
I just got invited to play
That's not
Dota.
Discord.
He's gaming right now. It's either
No.
it's Keeping Up with the Kardashians or he's on Risk of Rain 2.
No,
can't-
I was
dude.
invited to play Dota, and I told them I'm playing D&D, and they said, my bad, but then they also said it's not Friday.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
It is in fact on Friday.
So she's back to full health, but as she stands up, she's probably a foot taller than she was, but only because her limbs have been extended into this weird mixture of it's like somebody tried to mix a Shadowfell spider with a baby unicorn, and it failed. And so there's just these. I keep describing it, but it's a disgusting display.
Does Buttercup poop spider web now? Instead of rainbows, it's spider webs.
You'll have to ask her.
Spider pony.
It's a spoonicorn, okay?
Cousin to the spork.
or a unikiter. Either it's
Unikiter's pretty.
Unikiter's
Unikiter
good.
sounds like some crazy German thing, though.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
Das,
the German comes out.
das ist ein Unikiter!
The accent really sells it.
it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Does.
Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
That was really good. Anyways,
Yeah,
Does
I
not-
watch a
does-
lot of Caleb.
yeah,
You know,
does not have
it's-
multiple legs, just all the 4 legs, but just
Well, I
there's
mean,
like
that is multiple legs.
doesn't have more than
More
the
strike-
4
you strike
legs.
again.
There's
More
like a
than one
couple
is
of like
multiple, so
couple of hairs. Listen, we can't keep immersion or even play this game if you guys are cracking jokes the entire time we're playing the game. So there are some hairs that are growing out of the bulbous parts of the legs, the back, the stomach seems bloated. It's a really grotesque presentation, but she does stand up and kind of like finds her footing a bit, and you hear the clomping of the hooves, which are kind of on this like black gravelly substance that is the floor and the remainder of the onyx that's everywhere. Kind of finds her footing, and Garen was going over to kind of lift her up, right? So kind of pick her up, help her get her to her feet, and she kind of clomps a little bit and does that horse thing where they, I don't know anything about horses, but they make that noise where they're, snorting or whatever. And then kind of neighs in your direction. Thank you. You're really big. I'm really tiny. Any way you can.
I can't understand
wouldn't-
this unless
Well,
I mean,
Louise-
you could do a ritual stuck with it.
I have to wait 10 minutes for that. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Dude,
wow, a whole 10 minutes.
yeah. No,
Um,
Garen could never, dude. That's it. Garen will never use that spell. He doesn't have the patience to do ritual cast.
So
No.
he has the patience to kind of stand around, but not like focus and try to cast a spell. No, he's not doing that.
Yep.
Uh,
But Louise did say he was mostly translating
Yeah.
for what Buttercup was
Okay.
saying, right? So that's kind of.
But by the way, when you cast a spell ritually, you could be like, I assume Xander would be like really calm, studious, stuff like that. But a ritual spell for you could be like banging rocks together, stuff like that.
That's
Doesn't
true.
have-
yeah, that's
It's
true.
true.
You can flavor it.
you could
yeah,
be punching
later.
things to build up a static electricity, and then release it all at once.
and then shock your brain, and somehow now you're able to talk to animals.
That's the ritual spell. Just punching myself hard enough.
It's whatever
Until
flavor
you
you
go a bit
attach to it.
loony and start talking to dogs.
Your ritual casting could be jogging. It's building up power in your legs. I don't know how that works. but,
jogging in circles.
okay, so that is translated, but
I'll just say, I'm sorry we took so long. I hope you didn't have to suffer for too long.
oh well. I'm no stranger to suffering, so
World's most depressing unicorn.
Charlie.
I mean,
You-
the other two didn't experience what she told Louise
Yeah.
about what she's experienced previously, right? And Blackstar wasn't there for it either, I don't think. Or no, he was. Blackstar was there.
Blackstar was
yeah.
there, but yeah, I mean,
I don't,
Louise, just
Louise
didn't
didn't
tell
share
us.
with the group what she's experienced before, but she's
Yeah.
I talked about her like coming to the portal,
yeah, but
not like her being.
she told you about a lot of other
Yeah.
things. I don't off the top of my
But
head I
it's-
don't recall, but
Stuff like that, and the animals telling me we can eat them. I just keep that to myself.
uh-huh.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So yeah, this right now, the here and now is actually pretty good. So we'll just kind of enjoy the moment, and when it's our time to talk about where we go from here, and I will tell you that I have this weird desire to like take over the world. It's like this weird, strange, like I need to be the queen of
I mean,
all the land. I don't understand why I feel that way, and
I'm
trying
pretty sure
to fight
Black
it.
Star feels that way as well.
I just remember that I'm supposed to be in charge of something, but I feel like my experiences caused me to have a really dark outlook on things, and I'm not really sure that a leader should really have that kind of perspective. But Anyways, it's probably more than you were asking for, but I feel like I haven't gotten to talk to anyone in a long time, so thank you for indulging.
I mean, if you're looking for someone to teach you to be a leader, Drake right now is with the somebody who's teaching in different stuff, and he's the leader of a group. Could help you with that.
What kind of
Though
group?
I don't know if he's able to talk to unicorns.
I don't remember.
I think
ever
Garen
talking
doesn't
to-
believe that, like when Louise translates, I don't think he believes that that's what Buttercup said. It's like, no,
You
no.
know what? Go around in circles for a bit and come back. I'm sure you'll understand then.
That's funny.
Do you need me to carry you?
Need? No. But, I mean, if you want to, that's up to you. These legs are kind of weird.
Yeah, I do want to, and I'll pick her up and just hold her and kind of just call out, "Are we staying here?"
And just for visual purposes, right? So, because the two of you hadn't met Buttercup yet, right? So, this is it's a baby pony. It's a baby unicorn, but it's smaller than even like a regular baby pony would be. It's a very
But it's
small,
bigger now.
It is bigger now. That's true, actually. Normally, yeah, it's.
Am I
Okay,
am I
you know
able to lift her up?
Oh, without issue. There's
Okay.
no problem at all. Well, you haven't been healed, so you're still kind of reeling from the pain.
Chuck berries at Garen.
Uh-huh.
You-
Not
Garen-
everybody has said that they've taken the berries yet, so.
Yeah, Garen's just kind of just has this very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like he's in a lot of pain, but he's not trying to show it at all.
Stoic?
And- yeah, let's go with that. And he doesn't want to take the berries, almost as if he doesn't think he should have them right now. But he wants to. He wants to help. Oh, you froze. He wants to help Buttercup at least do something right.
Yeah, so as he does that, I'll take a berry, put it in my sling, and try and shoot it in his mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Bouncing off of Buttercup into his mouth.
Super
Sling
sling,
the-
baby.
Uh-huh. Are you really doing that? You're trying to throw
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Really?
not?
How could I
Okay.
force feed him while like using my hand and my hands going
Make
to his face?
you want to make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Garen, you see him winding up.
Wait,
Are you
what?
try to
Oh no, right, I do have advantage. But roll twice for some reason, but I forgot about the advantage. So 16.
No, that just hits me.
Wow.
My mouth is closed though, so why would it? It just smacked me in the mouth.
It gets stuck up your nose, up at one nostril.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of side eye Louise, and like just huff, and it'll just go to the ground, and I'll continue walking toward the stairs. After yelling, like, "Are we staying here?" Which would be very awkward if you're like, "Yeah, we're staying here," and I'm walking to the stairs.
Gotcha. Was it Garen that was heading over?
I was like making my way towards
Making
these
my way.
stairs, assuming that that's where we would be leaving, but he doesn't really know. That's an assumption.
Gotcha. So Darrow and Xander were heading down. I do want to cut over briefly to Razir, who is laying on the grass, right? You're fully laying down? Just in the grass?
I've moved rocks and stuff around, so there's a spot on the grass to lay down in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're laying there, there's another person laying next to you. Just arms behind the back of the head, just laying in the grass, not even looking at you, just kind of looking up at the ceiling, which is very far above you. Just laying there. Okay. everyone else who would have view of that position can also see that person laying there next to Razir.
Is it Verloth?
It is Veriloth.
I'm no longer interested.
Okay. All right. And
Yeah.
Karen heads back over. You see Darrow and Xander kind of coming down the stairs, and I don't know where they're heading, but I'll hand it back over to you guys.
Wasn't Darrow going to Razir,
Yeah.
Chris?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you head over, and he's laying there in the grass. Veriloth laying there next to him.
Does Xander stop at the grass or just go straight to the puddle jumpers?
I'm going to the puddle jumpers. I'm not even looking at Veriloth.
All right.
They just stalked, so
If Xander walks off by himself, I'm gonna sneak in behind him.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Yeah, if I wasn't already holding Buttercup, I would have went to Veriloth. But
Boy, how
now my attention is on Buttercup.
Yeah. So Xander does not notice you sneaking up behind him.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that as you're heading off towards the puddle jumper, and Blackstar is traveling with you. So
so far. I take a few breaks.
as the two of you approach, Louise, what are you doing?
I mean, I just chucked a berry into Garen's nose. So I'm just picking it back up, putting it to the side so I know that Garen gets that one. Then when it went in his nose. I'll go with Xander to the puddle jumper.
Okay. So three of you head that way. As Darrow and Garen kind of converge on Razir and Veriloth, Veriloth just sighs. Quite the fists you have, young lad.
Don't talk to me right now.
Okay. If you wish to be a child like others that are here, and then so be it.
Don't say anything else, Dave.
Okay. He just continues
Dar-
looking up at the ceiling.
Darrow's gonna sit on the opposite side of Razir, and he's sit down. So,
Look
Ugly
up,
dude.
see the katana out. Howdy.
it. I've been called a lot of things. I don't think I've ever been called Rose before.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't talking about you.
That'd be good. That's good. I think that would. This life's already confusing. That would be more confusing. So, you're not going to tell me who Rose is, are you?
Got Rose right here. And I'll pull out my broken revolver. Name a gun.
Right. B2 has a memory note here that you're the mysterious one, so.
That's fitting.
I just thought, maybe that. I'm guessing you're another, from what I can tell from B2's memory, and looking at you, you also might be a man out of time, or maybe not out of time, but in a different time.
Sorta. I've been around this whole time, though, so not quite the same as what you might be talking about.
That's fair.
You plan on sticking around this time, or you gonna be putting that sword away?
Dara will, with no problem, put the sword away. I'm good. I think it's
Okay.
I think this is more B2 putting up walls, taking time to,
Alright.
you know, it's not my first time seeing comrades killed, but
Yep.
I'm sure it's probably his first time.
Takes a toll on you.
You know, war's ugly,
Go for it.
but
Yeah.
you know, if you guys are doing this whole heroics thing, you're gonna have to get used to it.
Yep. A lot of death in this line of business. That's for sure. Clashing of ideals and ultimate goals tend to end lives.
Yeah, well, I always heard you never make it out of life alive, so be it by the
Well-
sword or age, I suppose, or ghastly dark powers, you know.
Yeah. Things are weird enough in this world that who knows what's the case these days.
He's going to take a second, just kind of chill there. Hey, ugly dude.
I can take another form if there'd be one more pleasing to you. I do this so that
right.
Razier
Yeah,
doesn't
the elf.
forget where he came from.
Okay.
Well, here, yeah, hold on, really quick. While he's saying that, does everything he says go through the telepathic
No, he's speaking out loud.
waves? Okay, so I can't hear him while I'm walking away.
You were correct.
Okay.
No, it's fine. You know, you could stay how you are. You know, you can't blame a man for trying, but I gotta ask, what's your end goal in all of this?
Well, the immediate... Well, there's an immediate end goal, and then there's a real end goal. And I think that the immediate end goal is what should be the focus. And I think that Razier could share that with you if he wishes to. I enjoy being mysterious, and I enjoy that Razier enjoys being mysterious. It's kind of why we get along so well.
Oh, he lets out that noise. Just, I thought just maybe in this new life, people would move past that.
I am curious, seeing as once you all leave this place, I won't have direct access to all of you. What past life are you referring to? How far back do you go?
That's a
keep
good
in
question.
mind, you don't got to answer him if you don't want to.
Well, wouldn't it be a little hypocritical that I'm hating you two for being mysterious, and then I decide to also be mysterious?
Yeah, but like he's him, so rules are a tad different.
I feel like that judgment is just a little more than I deserve.
I
Is it though?
I'm mysterious by nature, not necessarily by choice. I just enjoy my nature. I embrace it. And if more people did, we'd have a different world.
Well, that's for sure.
I was from a world where they embraced their nature, caused a lot of war, kingdoms fighting each other over petty differences. Tell me, I'm curious, who won the war?
I did.
That was kind of cold, bro.
That was cool. That was cool. I'll break my own immersion.
You're waiting for that, Tim, right?
Shivers.
Garen is starting to make his way back to Veriloth. He's not there yet. I don't know if you guys have more stuff to say, but I want it to be known so Veriloth doesn't disappear.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, well, I suppose someone had to. And are
Well,
you
If it's the
trying to make...
war that I'm thinking of that you're referring to, is there's only been... Unless you're a fighter of titans.
What
if
are
you're
titans?
referring... Oh. Well, if it's the war that I'm thinking of that you're referring to, then which side were you on?
And he cocks his head. I don't know. I think I was on... At one point, I thought I was on the right side. And then we burned a village. And I didn't think I was on the right side anymore. Yeah.
Everyone always thinks they're on the right side. That's why there's war.
You're
And
oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I turned to Reezy. Your guy is just really likes to make grand statements, doesn't he?
Kind of his whole thing. Yeah.
I knew a guy like him. And then I'm seeing Garen get closer, and I'm gonna say, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that with a single snap of your finger, I'd be dead. And looking at like his, you know, the metal of himself being eroded or like cracked and broken in pieces. But I gotta say, you take advantage of that curious one, Xander. Every god believes he's immortal until he starts to bleed. You like that? I can also be grand. And I'm gonna get up, nod to Razier, and try to intercept Garen.
Veriloth does try to respond. Do you ignore whatever his response would be?
I mean, I'm not making enough noise where I'm like blocking it out. Like I'm gonna let him say his words, but I'm not gonna respond.
I think that every member of this party has the potential for grandiose eventualities, and I intend on helping all of you reach your full potential if the occasion would arise. Your construction is unique, something that would have had to have been constructed by or put together by someone with great knowledge of how to preserve persons within a construct. I have a bit of things rattling around inside of my mind as to who or when or why they may be. If you ever have any curiosities about it and wish to have a conversation, perhaps there could be some mutual benefit to that kind of conversation.
Daryl flips him off and keeps walking.
Yeah.
Okay, you intercept Garen before he gets to the clearing.
Yep, and I'm just gonna say, oh man, I lost it. I had something before you replied.
I'm
Darn it.
sorry.
Please don't
No,
punch
you're
me.
okay. I liked it. I'm gonna just kind of lightly tap Garen just on the shoulder and go, I don't think you can punch that one, big fella. And I'll kind of head gesture to the ghost. Don't worry. B2 will be back. And then I think B2 he'll go and like find the glaive that he dropped. Like he's just gonna kind of take in what's happened, give the party that he believes is more unified time for
Okay.
our moment.
Does Garen respond or just
No,
nod
I
and keep
stopped
walking?
when he tapped like my shoulder, and I kind of just looked at him. And then when he walked away, I just continued my path towards Verilon.
so you approach from where they're laying down from where their heads are? So you kind of like can peer over him and he just kind of looks up at you? Or I don't know, I'm sorry. Where do you walk
Is
to?
he tiny? Oh, wherever he is, I was trying to
He's laying
walk back
down.
to him.
And
He's
so
laying
he's
down,
kind of
okay.
like hands behind the head, kind of just looking up, and you're approaching from where his head is. So he just kind of like looks up.
Oh, okay. Let's get one thing straight. I don't like you. You made a comment about my fists earlier. One day you'll get a chance to get personally close to them. But as far as I know, I think you're the tool here. You think you're using Xander and Vizier. I don't think that's true at all. I think they're better than that. Everything that you're making them do. They may be doing it, but I know at some point we're going to see you, and I'm going to punch you. I'm going to get to finally punch you.
He just smiles, kind of looks up at you. Garen. One point of note to you is that there are a lot of things in this world that are an illusion. And as he says that, his body just dissipates, and he's over the right side of your shoulder looking down at you. And he's like larger than he was before, kind of looking, having this really creepy side eye as he's looking the side of you. Once you realize that not everything that you see is as it should be, you may come to realize that your fists can't solve all of the problems of the physical world, and things need to be bended and broken, and no one can really fully understand the nature of our lives. I hope that one day I can show you how things really are.
I'm pretty good at bending and breaking things too. I don't want you. I don't want your help. I don't want your compliments. Or I don't believe that at the end of all this, you want us to be thriving. I have no trust that you plan on making the world a better place for us, for everyone. So keep doing whatever you want to do, because I can't punch you right now. But I'm punching you the first chance I get. And we'll see if my fist can't solve it.
Veriloth dissipates and kind of reforms in front of you in his normal size, looking as that bloodied corpse zombie look, gaunt face, just cracking a smile, and you can hear the skin kind of splitting as his mouth opens up. Garen, you're such a powerful person, and I can only imagine that if another Titan were to attack tomorrow, you would want to be one of those at the forefront of that battle, taking it down to save all of mankind, would you not?
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Well, whether you want to punch me or that Titan in that instance, I'll be at your side, aiding you. And should you choose to aid me in that moment, seems as though our desires and goals would align in that moment. I have no desire to see this world destroyed by Titans.
Right, you just want him to do that. Whatever it is Vizier does to the corpses.
There's one other thing. He just ignores what you said. There's one other thing that I think we have in common. Would you describe yourself as a misunderstood individual?
I don't understand.
Exactly.
I love villains like Veriloth, or not villains, but characters like Veriloth so much.
Exactly. Everything is so confusing, and that's how people look upon people like you and I. I think that's one of the things that draws us together, causes us to form bonds with others who may or may not agree with everything that we believe, but our core values remain the same. I wish for the good of all mankind, and I am here to see that to fruition. Not to be confused with the maniacal endeavors of the Red King.
No.
And
I can agree that the Red King is that word you said.
Poopy pants?
And if the opportunity presents itself for you to punch me, I welcome you to try.
I'll try, and I'll keep trying until there's none of you left.
Or until
Oh.
you're too tired and I'll pick you back up and keep you going. Just like Razir and just like Xander.
I'm gonna try taking a swing on him, even though I know it probably won't work.
Okay? Go ahead and roll your attack.
I'm not ready. That doesn't matter.
$27. As your fist collides with his chin, there's like a brief moment where you feel like there's an impact. And Veriloth glances over in the direction of Xander, who is way off now, heading towards the puddle jumpers, and time freezes for a moment, and Veriloth gets this unbelievable, gleeful look on his face. It's working. Oh, how I look forward to the future. And just at that moment, your fist continues through, and he dissipates.
Oh man, I don't know how many JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans I got in here. Any at all?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
season, I mean 3, 4, and 5. I'm feeling like I got Star Platinum.
Wow.
Dude, that conversation gave serious like high school movie when the jock approaches like the rebel vibes, and the jock's like, "I'm gonna punch your face in," and he's like, "I'd like to see you try."
Veriloth is gone. And you feel like maybe you could have made contact, but something has caused Veriloth to... Veriloth seems like he's enjoying a new toy in this moment. And that is where we're going to take our break. So,
Left on some Mortal Plane.
Xander and Louise and Dare.
Black
Yes.
Soul.
One
more.
quick thing. If Garen doesn't say anything to me, and if he walks off and I'm left alone again, I'll just be... it's kind of weird after all these years to have other people talking to you. I just say out into the air and leave it at that. That's all.
What is that supposed to mean?
I was waiting until you were not there.
Oh, you're waiting for me to leave. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back to Buttercup then.
Okay. Garen walks away. You say that out into the air, and just the voice comes through. I've dealt with thousands, millions, perhaps. I've had the adoration of entire nations. A simple conversation with someone who chooses to worship the earth and those that come from it is no different than the chaff in the wind.
All right. wasn't thinking too deep about it. I was just saying it was weird to have other people talking to you. It's whatever.
Oh, you're looking to have a normal conversation, is what you're saying.
Nope. No, not at all. It's just I was here. People were talking to you, and I didn't have to be part of it. And it was weird. So it was just a comment. Don't worry about it.
You know, after you've done your full exploring of this place and you've decided to settle in for your rest for the evening, I think that you and I are overdue for a small conversation. Nothing too deep. Just want to see how you're feeling about where we're all going with this.
So, fine. You won't.
I do want. Well, your friends are about to see something pretty cool. I'd recommend you catch up to them, and if not, enjoy your solitude.
Fine. I'll get up and I'll head up.
I don't know why, but Vera saying something pretty cool feels weird.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Cool whip.
Oh no.
Why do you put so much emphasis on the H?
Was Blackstar following everybody, right? It was towards the puddle jumper and all that.
Yes.
He was
Blackstar
stealthing.
was the first one snuck after Xander.
That's true. You're right. Okay. Xander, you're the first one to arrive at there's two staircases on the left and right hand side that kind of lead down to this platform that looks like it's designed to handle a few puddle jumpers, like as though this was designed for that, which is weird. Because it's a natural environment that was pierced by a god shard, and yet there's this remnant of perhaps something old. Maybe this was a structure at one point, or does this even relate to an area's watch? Like, why is this here? It's of a different age, and it's just confusing. The puddle jumper hums slightly as it's about maybe 2 feet off the ground, just kind of sitting there. Do you approach it?
Yeah.
It
Okay.
pulls up.
Okay, so you go up to there's like a, same as the last one, the hatch on the back of it is down, and it's on a 45-degree angle, so it hits the ground, so you could walk up the back of it, but you approach from the back, and you can see inwards, and there's no one inside, at least not that you can see. Looks like it's unmanned, sitting here waiting for someone.
Yeah. Go inside.
Okay. You go inside, there's the same chest. It's not the same puddle jumper that you were in before, but it looks arranged similarly to the last one that you were maybe not in but saw recently. And the chest is, upon very quick inspection, seems to be empty. It looks like this was meant to be an escape for something or someone at some point. Looking around, there's nothing of interest apart from the fact that you see that the solium canister on the inside of this seems to be full. At this moment, Blackstar, you creep around the back side of this. Or where do you creep to?
No, around. I just kind of look in. Is it open? It's open.
It's open.
I just kind of make sure I see him, but I don't go in. I just kind of peek around. Is Louise with him, or does Louise follow me?
Louise is behind you. So you've snuck up behind him, and he looks like he's examining things on the inside of the puddle.
Okay, so then I step up. Xander.
Hi?
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just checking things out.
That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you? I turn into Xander. What do you think I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. And then I turn back into Blackstar. why are you giving it up? Why are you chaining yourself to this thing?
Look, I made a selfish call. The the hard truth is that I I don't have friends. I never had friends. And if you guys die, then I won't have friends. And I made a selfish decision to where I put my friends before what I believe to be at this current moment in time the fate of the world. And so I've done what I've done, and we'll see what happens. But I don't know that I can apologize for what I did because
I'm not asking you to apologize.
I ensured our survival.
Did you? Do you know that?
I feel pretty good about it.
You're free to choose whatever you want. I'm about freedom of choice. But did you really choose something, or were you duped? I worry about you, young man. You're so cute when you're naive, but you don't have to apologize. It's your choice.
Is
But
it still naivete when I'm fully aware of the situation but chose to do it anyway?
you're aware of what he told you about, but you don't know what he's capable of. Did you see what we saw? I saw him eat Grignac in his prime. I don't know what anyone else saw, but
Did I see everything, Tim?
You saw all of the visions, as did
Okay.
everyone else.
Okay.
oh, I saw. Did you see? I saw everything clearly.
Yeah, I saw.
So you know what he told you, but you don't know what he is. Razir probably doesn't even know what he is. No one knows what he is, and he has this power, and I know exactly what I'm getting into. That was a terrible
I don't
impression. I'm normally better, but I'm very tired.
Obviously I don't know exactly what I'm getting into,
But you still made the choice, and that's okay. But don't walk down a path that you're not going to be able to find your way back from.
look, I don't need this right now, okay?
No, but I mean, you don't have much choice unless you're going to overpower me.
Xander, in the back of your mind, you hear the voice of Veriloth, and you so could. But we want him. He's a good friend, an ally, a power in his own right. And we appreciate who he's allied with.
Yeah, telepathically, not out loud. Yeah, I appreciate him because he's my friend, as awful as he can be sometimes. And I'm not playing into some kind of game right now, okay? I'm not in the mood, and I'm gonna test you just as much as you're testing me.
You're all a bit bruised and battered, and I'm just trying to help you to think clearly, is all.
Yep. I want my thoughts muddled right now.
Very well.
All right. So how quick was that? Was Blackstar literally just standing here looking at him while he's?
For probably
like-
half of the time that it actually took to have that
Yeah,
conversation.
probably,
All
probably
right,
like
then-
5-10 seconds.
Blackstar has been looking at you. Says, "All right. I mean,
Sorry.
don't apologize. I've told you before. Look, do you be careful. We've got people here. You don't want to talk about it, fine. I won't bug you, but you just you're so young, so I just kind of turn around and I just be careful. I'm gonna go take a nap. Don't steal anything without me.
You turn around and
When-
Louise is standing at the bottom
Oh
of
my
the...
lord, you scared me, Louise. You're
I
very
mean, is
sneaky
this
for
really
someone.
stealing if the previous owners are, well, indisposed?
Who are the owners? Do we even know? Maybe they're still alive. Should we return it to them? Can you find a collar or something while you guys are in here?
I'm not returning this.
I mean, I was talking about the chainless, because
Oh,
they kind of took over this place.
I guess that makes more sense. All right, well, this seems like it's about to get real awkward. I'm gonna head out. All right, goodbye.
You walk down past Louise. Darrow's about 20 feet from Louise behind him.
Hi, everyone's coming, man. I'm just
Oh
gonna.
no, Darrow didn't go over there. He's like wandering off by himself. He went
Oh.
to go pick up the
The glaive.
pole arm, the glaive. Yep, and it's just kind of letting the party that he doesn't really know completely have their moment, and maybe is just kind of sitting off by himself, kind of just
It's a cave.
yeah, just kind of taking in. He's probably
Man,
back over
we banished 6
like
targets.
over here somewhere where he
Okay.
picked the glaive.
I
That also
misunderstood,
helps us
sorry.
locate
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. No worries.
And Garen's
Don't let it happen again.
Garen's Garen's a bit behind, so where does Blackstar head off to? Just stays in like this hangar area?
He
or
walks
goes
up the stairs. Is this
Yeah.
a cave over here?
I can't see where you're pinging. Hold on.
Not really.
There are multiple inlets in the walls of the cave here, so that is an inlet that goes into a small room. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna walk in a couple of these, and if I can, I guess I'll talk to Grignac in a little while, but I don't need to do it right now. But I'm gonna do some Darrow stuff and take a little time to myself.
Okay. We may not get to it
That's
tonight,
fine.
but we'll, there's a lot more RP ahead of us, right? So
I'm actually gonna take a long rest in one of these caves so I can help out before everyone.
but you go
Here's
off
for
exploring.
Yeah.
We may come back to that if you wish for him to come back into whatever these future conversations are. You can let me know. But
Yeah. Okay.
okay. Actually, it was Garen that was not that far behind Louise. It was Razier that was much further back because he was having
I'll be the
a bit
last
of a
one.
conversation, right? So Louise, you stand at the base of this ramp that leads up to the puddle jumper. Xander on the inside.
He must be really shook. Doesn't want to take from a chainless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with what happened, I said we talk about it later. Do you want to do that just us,
No,
or
everybody.
with the
I
group?
mean, we can do whatever you want. I just don't want to do it right now. It's a lot, and I don't feel good about it, but I don't want people to know that, because I want to be better and be stronger for everybody, and I don't want to be like some, a hindrance. But I want to go home.
I mean, I get it. There's a lot of stuff happening, especially with your gifts, and somehow their possible connection with the Vera. But we still have things to do, including getting Buttercup back to Greek, which they're in Tel Noro now, which is close by to another chainless base. There's also an Aryan V, where the Red King might be heading to talk with the Titan, I believe he said, or a primordial being.
I want to go home.
I mean, if
I
you really
can't.
wanted to, you could. Don't you have that gem that could teleport you?
Gem that can teleport me. Did I forget something?
Yeah, from the heist, the vampire's house. Spell gem we got.
Oh,
Wasn't
you're right.
teleportation in there?
I think. No, I think we left behind it. Left it behind, didn't we? Did we
There
pick
was
it
a
up?
gem of plane shift.
Was it
Yeah.
plane shift?
I don't
Oh,
recall there being a gem of teleportation.
Yeah,
I
we
thought it
got the
was
plane shift.
teleportation.
It's definitely plane shift.
Plane shift, alright.
I. It's not. I don't want to like run away. I don't. I just. I know that mom has at least some kind of insight as to what's going on. I feel like she has to have a better idea, and I'm feeling lost and hurt and tired, and I'm missing the comforts of home, and it's getting more and more stressful every time we go and do something like this. This is, I mean, the second time that I've had to put myself out there, and I don't know what the deal is going to be for the third time.
I mean, you do realize if you go
Oh, there he goes.
not want to come back out, might
Oh,
not want to leave, or did I lag out?
just for a half a
Yeah,
second.
just for a second.
I was saying, alright. Or they won't let you leave because of all that's happened.
Is that so bad?
I mean, you tell me, you're the one who wanted to go out, explore. Are you fine with all that we've done so far? Don't you, I thought you'd have wanted to do more than just this.
It just it feels different. It's not what I thought it would be. It's not what I think anybody thought it would be. I've had to do a lot of things that I didn't think I'd have to, and I'm just trying to cope with it all. But the support system here is fraught. There's so many different ideas and different people, and it's hard to just prop yourself up when a couple of people are telling you to toughen up and a couple of others are like giving you a shoulder to cry on. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
You got PTSD.
I mean, hello.
I mean, that's not a decision we can make on our own. Something we need to talk with the group about. Unless you're telling me you just want to leave them behind and go back
I
home.
don't no, I can't. I just finished telling Black Star. I mean, everyone here is like the only friends I've ever really had. So, I mean, the servants at the house don't really count.
Yeah, when you get paid to be someone's friend doesn't really.
Yeah, but I don't want to just up and leave. And I mean, I don't need to go home. I feel like it would make everything easier.
Right. We'll
But
we'll need to talk about it with the group. But let's keep it at what it is for now.
I'm just I'm starting to, I guess, feel like I'm starting to lose a little bit of feeling. And I don't really like that.
Garen arrives behind Louise.
What are you guys doing in here?
I'm looking at the puddle jumper controls. And Louise is here watching me.
Because I don't know what to do with those.
Yeah. And I'll go and I'll look at the puddle jumper controls.
I'll
And
put
like I'm
Buttercup
actually
down.
looking, but I'm also like looking at Garen to see if he's kind of seeing through me right now.
What kind, of
No,
look,
I took
Walls up.
what kind of look is Garen giving Xander? If any.
Just true curiosity. He's never been on one of these before.
No,
and he
you made
also-
it up on the puddle
Yes.
jumper. You're the only one who actually made it
Yeah.
up onto into the puddle jumper
In Solan
without falling.
468. Yeah.
He looks back towards the controls and kind of like is
yeah.
a little relieved, and he goes and has to hold back a chunk.
Okay. Have Xander make an intelligence check for me. With
Sure.
advantage.
Oh, he's bad at those.
I'm pretty bad at those. True.
Jesus. Wow.
But you
Wait,
know
what?
what? I didn't use any chronal shifts. So I'll use one right
Wow.
now.
Also, only a +5.
Well, it's
It's an
an
intelligence
check.
Straight intelligence check.
Oh.
Yeah. Black Star is the only one to get bonuses to straight check like those.
Yeah.
So chrono
Um,
shift again.
You,
Oh no, you need to
Yeah.
use reaction.
Yeah.
Razir is just getting to the top of the stairs that descends down to the docking port where the puddle jumper is at this point, and everyone hears a whistle come from, because there's a gaping hole in the cave. It's a massive hole that would allow for multiple puddle jumpers to be incoming or outgoing from this opening in the side of the cave. And at this point, it's still relatively early morning, but it's the morning, and the sun is up, and there's the blue sky with wispy clouds kind of off in the distance. You can see out through the front of the puddle jumper, Xander and Louise, out into this opening here, and you hear a sound.
We
Did
heard
that
that.
didn't come through?
We heard that. Yeah. No, not at
Not at
all.
all. Okay.
Rick, go to his house.
You
Tell
just
us what
puckered
you
your
hear.
lips. You just puckered your lips for us.
Trying to get
I don't
my
know.
keys.
I don't know what to tell you
He wanted
guys.
to give us
I
a
tried.
kiss, guys.
I keep
That's all
trying.
he was
I keep
doing.
trying to
He
make
was just
noises.
trying to give us a kiss.
I've been working on my noises. I should just stop doing that altogether because you guys can't hear anything I ever say.
No,
or
keep
do.
working on those, and
No, no.
next year when we play in person, you'll be even better for the.
Yeah. That, or you get yourself. You have to do more planning, so you know all the sound effects you're gonna make. So you record them and you put them on a soundboard.
Yes.
You just play them as you need.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Anyways, it's a whistle that sounds like would be coming from a boat of some kind. That is just kind of hardly audible, but everyone does hear it kind of gently echo through the space that's here. Sounds like it's coming from outside. Razir, you get to the top of the stairs. You can see Garen kind of having a conversation with, obviously, Louise and Xander on the inside of the puddle jumper that's still hovering there.
I have Buttercup with me, by the way. I've just been
You just
carrying-
picked her up and just...
I've just been
I
carrying
didn't
her
realize.
everywhere.
Okay. Okay. All right. She kind of like looks up at you. You didn't ritual cast Speak with Animals, right?
No, if not.
Okay. So she neighs at you, Louise. You hear, he doesn't have to carry me everywhere. I mean, I appreciate it, but are we going on a ride and whatever this thing is that's floating?
I mean, maybe if
I
we
don't-
somehow
I
get it
don't
to work.
know. Why did it whistle?
But that whistle does come from beyond the outside of this. It looks like
Okay.
from this perspective, you can tell that it's like almost like a cliff edge that drops down some amount of distance to get to like where the ocean actually is down below. So it's not. It doesn't like it. It's not like
I will go walk over to the edge. take a
Is
look
it
out,
like a
and be like, to
speedboat?
step up the stairs and be like, oh yeah, and look at the ship and be like, I'm gonna go look at where this hole goes real quick.
Okay. It's like maybe 200-300 feet to the exit. It's not too far at all. You got to go to the edge, or close enough to the edge to be able to see out. You're like looking out of the side of a mountain. You're like maybe 500 feet in the air, down towards where the beach actually is. And the first thing that you see is at the edge of this precipice, there is like a horizontally located purple swirling portal inside of a, which you probably would have seen from a slight distance at this point, but it's like slightly lower than the cliff edge itself. It's got like a frame to it and everything. And then you look down and there's one all the way down at the base that would, you assume you would be able to go into, and it would take you down to the ocean's edge. It's like a rocky cliff down at the, or not a cliff, but a rocky outcropping space around where the ocean kind of laps up onto it. But the thing that really catches your attention is a massive fleet of boats that is exiting out onto the horizon away from you, heading in the direction of the mainland, laden with hundreds, if not thousands, of creatures.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Gotta go give people hugs.
They are like
Wait, Beach is back?
way out there, having traveled away from this place. See the remnants of docks and things at the bottom of this that would lead you to believe that they were probably all docked here, and maybe you were taking turns picking up passengers and whatnot. And then upon realization that things were going down inside the cave, some kind of message was sent that told them to head off, and so they've been heading off for a little bit now.
Oh. Alright. I'll head back to actually go take a look in the ship and see her join the conversation.
Okay. So Razir approaches from behind Garen, who's holding Buttercup, who's...
When I hear the whistle, I'll head out as well.
I
Back
will
towards.
start heading that way too.
Okay. You all converge.
I'll put down Buttercup since doesn't seem like we're moving right now.
I mean, we could. I mean, do the boats look like? Are they metal or are they wood? Can we tell?
I mean, do you all go back over to the edge and kind of peer out? Razir comes back and relays the information to you. You go back over to the edge. And...
Yeah, there's a bunch of boats out there. Garen, come take a look for me real quick. What you can see about them boats out there. Bit too far for me to pick out any details, but this seems to be.
I'll walk
That's
out.
right. He has super sight.
I can see
I forgot about
so
that.
far.
You can. They're further than a mile.
Oh, okay.
But you could squint.
Garen, go ahead and make your perception check with advantage. A 15. You would venture to say there would.
Was that what I was looking at? I thought I was just looking at the people leaving.
Well, they're leaving
But
in
I
ships.
can see the boats. Okay. Are they not the same thing that's in front of me though?
They're not
they-
puddle jumpers. They're
like actual
ocean.
on-the-water boats.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, we could try and navigate this thing, and once we get out there, I drop a couple fireballs, and then we just try and get out of there. Are we done saving the day today?
I think we are, yeah. If their plans are to be believed, then they taking them things out to go conquer towns or nothing. They're gonna go head to the towers and out to the folly with them. Fight some other big creature.
I thought they were candy stripers.
I think stirring that pot is a bad idea right now.
Which
if we do
pot?
manage to the face.
This is Black Star's face right now.
Right. I think we leave them to it, whatever they're doing. Jeez.
We haven't heard the in a while. She chokes on blood.
If we go and mess with them right now, and there's a chance that all them things break out of control, and then we're unleashing monsters on the world on the mainland, and I don't think we're ready to handle that right now.
We barely survived that fight.
It's a tomorrow
Yeah.
problem.
It's
The way I see it,
next week problem, I think.
we intervene now, we probably die, and the thing happens anyway.
Yeah.
We wait a day, couple days, heal up, might be able to stop it from getting worse.
B 2.0 is a lot more practical than B2, and I like that.
What?
It's
What?
almost-
And then I also think this is the first time Darrow realizes the. Oh, well, no, never mind. I take it back because you were carrying Buttercup, and I. So I was gonna make a joke, but never mind. Thank you, Black Star. I think.
I'm here for you.
All right, but can't go save the world if you're dead. So.
All right. I think we've done enough for today. I think we've earned our rest, other than maybe dealing with that shadow thing that might have Buttercup's memories. Might want to deal with that sooner
Oh,
than
yeah.
later, but
I forgot about that thing.
might want to
Are we?
get a bit of a rest in first, heal up. Lou, you got berries for us to top up on, or you tapped?
No, I have a few. I have 38 third level ones, 11 second level, 9 first level.
Ooh, he's low. He's
Are we
super
short
low.
resting?
I mean, not really.
them berries plus a bit of a sit down, I think we'll be able to handle ourselves, deal with the thing.
I'll play us a song. It'll be lovely.
These are some nice seats right here. I wouldn't mind taking a sit down in this thing. Give you a chance to look around it a bit more while we're here.
Garen already sat down when he said that.
There are only 4 seats on the puddle jumper.
He didn't. I said anything about a chair.
Okay.
He just sat down.
Uh-huh.
I will take a chair.
Mhm.
Take one of them and sit down.
I'll do the cool guy lean in the doorway.
Okay.
So are we
Um,
short resting and taking berries? Is that what we're doing?
I think that's the plan. Have a
Really?
little
Short.
conversation while we do so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, short rest and use our hit die plus berries. We should be able to.
I will also do Song of Rest, so anyone who uses hit die gets an extra 1d6, I think. Yeah, 1d6.
Yeah, one. I also have. Yeah, I've yet to use them. You get an extra. Wait. For a short rest. You get, if you use hit dice, you get an extra d8 as well. An extra d8 and an
D6.
extra d6.
Okay. As a fighter, I'll just stand there, guarding the door. You all get extra protection.
Xander, is everybody inside the puddle jumper?
Yeah.
Black
I
Star
believe so,
included?
Yeah, Black Star.
He
When the
came
whistle
back.
came, I came through, and I literally pushed past everybody and just plopped down on the seat.
Xander does eventually find or come to understand how to close the back door. So as you're all inside, it kind of closes on the back, and you're all encased in this relatively comfortable spaceship.
I've got the perfect song for this. It's something my mentor taught me. I pull out my lyre and I strum it. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time
I knew.
till touchdown brings me round again to find. And I just go off on Rocket Man.
I knew that's the song you were gonna sing.
Oh,
I'm
it's
like, he's singing
great.
Rocket Man right now.
I was
so
not
good.
prepared.
And there's like 2 individuals here who don't even know what song that is.
Right.
Wait, who doesn't know Rocket?
Who doesn't know
Who
that?
doesn't know Rocket Man?
Yeah.
It's Tim, apparently.
No.
Tim saying that.
Who?
He's just
does
doing
not
that to
know
sound.
Rocket
I
Man?
thought
No,
it was
he's
Jason and
trying to-
Felix. Is
Yeah,
what I
he
was...
was trying to throw shade at my age, but
That's
I
why I
listen,
assumed
once
listen
he
to
said
a
it,
lot of
yes.
classic rock. All right, don't
Yeah,
leave me
who
out
sings
of this,
it?
dude.
Who sings it?
It's
Elton John.
Oh, man.
Sir Elton John, you
Okay.
better put some respect on that man's
Oh, my
name. I
fault.
swear
My
to
fault.
goodness.
I
I mean,
don't- I
Elton
don't
John...
respect the British
Rocket
Empire,
Man.
so no.
Elton John is a toned down Count Majestic, so
Correct.
well, exactly.
Toned down? Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Majestics.
You just
Man is
wait.
fabulous.
You just wait.
Fabulous.
You just wait.
I have to.
That's
I
gonna
have no
be-
other choice but to wait.
It's true. It's gonna be amazing.
Alright.
Okay, so it's only 10:18, so I wasn't ending
Yeah,
it
bit
here.
of conversation
Okay.
while we
Wait.
do our short
While we short rest. Yeah.
Guys, I just want to level up.
You're not long
it's not happening
resting.
tonight. It's not happening tonight. It might happen next week.
Guys, I get a cool thing when we level up. Let me level up.
No, it's not a cool thing. It's a busted thing.
Yeah.
I finally get Bard level 5, so I get my short
All right.
rest inspirations.
During your
baby.
long rest,
Short.
during your short rest, sorry, go ahead and I will. There is. It's very readily apparent that there is no immediate danger in this space, especially with the door closed. You feel comforted by that. I see people are rolling hit dice, so that's good. That's what we're looking for. And
But there's a D6
additional-
and a D8 added.
Razir
D6 and D8.
Yeah.
heal
A
37.
D6 and a D8. Okay.
That's
Plus another
A
7.
D6 and a D8. Okay.
to each hit die.
No, just to the total.
Oh, gotcha.
6 and a D8.
You
Yeah,
guys
that
don't.
stinks.
You guys don't. You don't use hit die very often.
What do we do when we short
So-
rest?
Just to be
Use the
clear,
rest of them.
if I click or
Why
like
did I roll only one?
when you click short rest on
Ta-da.
The D&D Beyond
Uh,
does not work.
D&D Beyond,
Yeah.
and then I click take short rest after choosing what hit die, will it
It
just
doesn't do nothing.
it doesn't do
Oh, it
anything?
did. It did for me. I clicked the
There's
number.
there's 2 buttons. One of them is built into D&D Beyond. One of them is from Beyond 20. I don't remember which one's which. One of them will automatically add the health to your health pool. The other one will not.
I also.
I clicked the mine says how many die I
49.
selected the 5d10
okay.
plus
There you
20. I clicked
Oh, I
that
missed.
and it
worked.
automatically added it.
Yeah,
I
that's
rolled
the
a
one from
D1 is-
D&D Beyond.
And then a
The roll
D8.
hit die next to the thing, I think, might be.
You said a D8 and a D10 or D6?
Six.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
D6. Alright, that's all the healing.
43.
Yeah, an extra 10. I'm almost to full,
I'm-
so
I'm
I mean,
taking a
and I
5th
have
level
berries
spell
for the
back
rest.
We
For my arcane
I
recovery, I'm
forgot to
taking a
move
5th level spell
Darrow
back.
over. Let me just.
He's coming.
my
Whee!
the max HP modifier, would that have gone away or no?
Oh, for the aid we got.
Yeah.
No, it goes away after 8 hours.
Oh,
Eight
It's not,
hours.
it's not temp HP. It's maximum HP.
Okay, so
Alright.
we still have that.
Yeah.
Cool. That's such
Well,
a great spell.
Yeah.
I have 29. I just need 29 health.
and then I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. What's on the to-do list?
Not die.
Are we leaving this place as is? By the way,
I think we're gonna go back and do some stuff before we leave.
no, I mean the portals.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
yeah.
Enosis, right? He might want to get home, and there's a guaranteed portal here. Because I
That's
think
true.
once they got what they were doing done, the random portals stopped happening. Garen, I don't know if you noticed when we walked over to the edge there's a portal that leads down to the shoreline down there, where they would have been loading up them boats. That would have probably be an easy way for Enosis to get here. Him and Beatrice.
It's
Yeah,
They
she's
go
still
home.
upstairs, I think.
So if the two of them
I thought her name was
travel all the way
Triatrice.
down to the shore. No, that's just
Triatrice?
your puns talking.
No, it's burst through. But
Burst
Garen
through.
can heal up to full.
Thank you.
So if nothing else, getting them two home.
Didn't we send a message to Enosis?
I just screamed.
Yeah, it's kind of the message.
Yeah, I went
it's-
to the edge and I just called out for him.
She was also resting, so
Yeah. By the time we get back up there, we'll be able to sort out what's what and get people home. But yeah, I think in the long run, do we want to have these portals here connected, letting whatever come through, maybe another Cerberoth from wherever he came from?
Yeah, what happened to him anyway?
He disappeared. Ain't no body left.
So is he dead, or do we have to see him later? Is he coming back for the sequel?
Well,
I looked at Xander. Pretty sure he's dead.
To Electric Boogaloo.
I
So
mean,
we're 2 electric boogaloo.
there's no body, and from what I understand about the Hells, or are we calling them the Hells in this? I don't recall.
I mean, you know that Cerberoth is from the Shadowfell.
The Shadowfell,
Specifically.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's no body, and I don't know. Without a body, I'm not inclined to believe that he's actually gone yet.
Do you think he has any brothers that might come and try to fight us also?
I don't know. We have a Cerberoth, we have Varoloth. I'm sure there's another Oth out there that's really, really trying to take us down.
Yeah.
It's Veriloth,
That's-
Cerberoth's brother?
No, I don't think they're related. I mean, maybe they are.
Nah. Well, who's to say?
Let's hope
But
they're
They
not.
both, they both got ugly mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the question: is are there more of them, and are they going to be coming through that portal? And if so, do we want to leave it open? Because there's some opportunities here for a bit more benign version of what the Chainless were doing, reaching out into them worlds and trying to find allies to deal with big problems. And should big problems not be able to be dealt with, an escape route, go somewhere else.
And
I at
maybe-
least think we should take out, or find some way to close the Shadowfell portal.
Well, do you think the
Yeah.
loot would be a higher tier in the Shadowfell or the Feywild?
Who's to say there's even loot? Loot
What?
might be a only
What?
here kind of thing.
You broke Black Spot.
I think that we would probably be like as people in a higher tier in the Feywild because we would come back with a certain B2 or Darrow.
B2s?
Seems to be everybody that we've talked to seems to believe that they've seen something like him in the Fey. So there's a possibility that you're highly revered. There's a possibility that you're a
Yeah.
war criminal.
Oh, that'd be fun. Like me.
There's a
just
possibility
Moria.
that you're a POW. There's
Maybe,
just
maybe you're here because you're in exile.
a
or
POW.
something. There's a lot of options here, but
So
it's-
much backstory to unpack.
You all came up with those very quickly.
It would almost feel like
I didn't
there's
say
We've
an
had a
arc.
lot of time to. We've had a lot of time to speculate already.
Oh. Okay.
It would almost feel like we'd spend roughly 13 to 16 sessions exploring one character's backstory.
That sounds appalling. Whoever
You just
that
wait.
character
You
is
just
must
wait
be
till we get to
absolutely
Talnoro.
Terrible.
All the shenanigans that will happen when we finally get to that town.
Oh
man.
man. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's also a high possibility that you close one, you close both. I don't think there's a way for
Yeah.
us to close the Shadowfell portal without also simultaneously closing the Feywild portal.
Man, why do you have to be so smart, Xander?
I mean, I
And
could be wrong.
based
that's
on
just-
what we've heard with all them creatures being anchors, once these portals close, it's likely we ain't getting them back open in any kind of reasonable fashion. It took the chainless scientists years to figure this out and research it and make it work in the way they did. Unless Xander, you pull out some magic knowledge that you've come across, I don't know if we're going to be getting to them worlds anytime soon if we do close them.
Well,
Well, here's my thinking. I say we close them. There's always bound to be another way. Maybe we discover something down the road.
Well,
But
we're really scared
from
that you're a prisoner of war. Oh.
Well, actually, I'm more scared that I'm a war criminal. But we don't need to go down that road. The thing is, if we leave these gates here and open, the chainless can always come back too. They know these portals are here.
Even
We
if we
don't
close
know.
them, can't they just come back and open them again?
it would take time at least.
Yeah, they would need.
I do recall dynamite.
I before we close them, I would like to at least extend an offer to Enosis and Beatrice to go home.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
get them
Gertrude.
home first.
But
Gertrude, yeah.
I can
Gertrude,
find.
yeah.
Get them home first, then close them. I think that's also my vote.
Do I still get a telescope?
Yes.
Yeah, you
So
can,
why
at
wouldn't
Blackstar,
you?
you can have all the telescopes. We might be taking over this place. I don't know.
Like a
I'll have you know,
base?
Blackstar, the only
Yeah,
thing
You got that one door
B2
thing
has said to
that
me
you don't know about.
in the past couple hours has been telescope. So I think I finally have an answer of what that means. So I think B2 is going to make sure you get a telescope.
Such a sweet boy.
I'm not worried about finding out about who I am right this moment. For the preservation of when this is, I say close the gates.
I
Of
mean, you're
course.
Darrow, so problem solved. You know, we did that. Good job, team.
Can I just ask? Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We'll come back to this in just a second. But is who in the party is proficient in either Arcana, or religion?
What? Just tell me what you want me to roll.
I mean, you have expertise in both, don't
Is-
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. so
Is
you
it
go.
just Xander?
Yeah.
Arcana
I have-
and
I have-
religion.
I have bardic knowledge. But
Yeah, you
that's
have
it.
half proficiency. Yeah.
No one else.
No.
I got history.
Look,
I got animal
it's
handling.
not. It's
Does
not my
that work?
fault. It's not my
I mean, I
fault
could roll,
when
I could
Xander
roll
gets
both with advantage
stuff.
if you want.
Yeah, I mean that he's a wizard. It's kind of natural that it
But
goes.
Yeah, we
religion?
let him do that.
Nobody. Okay,
Part of Razier says religious.
I guess so.
Duke used to have religion.
Duke was our religion guy.
I'm not gonna have Xander roll anything, but what while this conversation is going on, there is a hum that comes from the God Shard, a presence that is felt, that it like exudes from the God Shard itself and kind of reverberates through the chamber as this conversation is going on. It's almost like something or someone is trying to have a conversation and is like shouting into the chamber, but there's no shout. It's like it just kind of like emanates into the chamber, and Xander can apparently the only person who can, like, everybody can hear it. It's very, very, very mild for most everybody else, but Xander's like tuned in, and like while this conversation is happening, you're like, oh, this is happening, and it's like a reverberation that carries through and vibrates off the edges of the chamber and kind of comes back in. And as I mentioned, everybody can hear it, but it's Xander that's keyed into this. That just piques your curiosity. That's all.
Finish this conversation.
Mm-hmm. I wanted forget to mention it.
All right. So then, that's
We're going
on
to close the
list.
portals
Yes.
right now, as soon as we get Birch Root.
Yeah, and get the tree folk back into their forest home, and then get them portal closed. And I'm gonna throw my vote of confidence towards Xander here. He's picking up magics left and right. I think eventually, now that we know these worlds exist, he'll be able to find a way to magic us there if we need to in the future.
Well, we do have a one-way ticket with that gem
Right, that one-
shift.
Right. So you know the magic exists. It's something to keep on your radar to find.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
think D2 over here.
D1.
He's got the right idea. Close it, and we can get there later if we need to.
Right. And then, other than that, on our checklist of things to do here before we leave, we want to check on the army of monsters, even though it's probably safe to assume they're gone.
That might have been them right at that moment.
Well,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell. We'll have check on all them pacified creatures up in that cave.
And
See if they're
then-
still there, if they're still pacified.
And then see what's going on with the Buttercup projection, is what I'll call it for now.
Possible memory monster.
And otherwise, is that all?
Head back upstairs and rest, yeah. Talk with the outcasts about who's going to get what and who's going to do what. I have a couple ideas in mind, but...
Yeah, you and Blackstar can negotiate that. I'm not...
Yeah, we can deal with them.
You guys
Alright.
are
yeah, I
so
think-
full of nicknames. Outcast, the Chainless, D2,
Yeah.
B2. I don't. What's with all the nicknames?
You know how you have a name?
Characters.
Some groups have names, so we don't say like, oh, Gary, Bob, Greg. Like, no, instead we call them the Outcasts.
They call themselves that. It
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
our pick.
I mean, so do we.
Yeah,
call them that as well.
I knew somebody who was part of like a small time roleplay group called the United States Military. It was-
Oh, okay. And that group kind of sounds like it makes you take a lot of sacrifice and
They really like to.
Yeah.
They like to
They're a really cheesy, nerdy LARP group.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
it's-
Yeah. They're definitely
all
based out of
miserable,
Texas,
too.
for
It's-
sure.
Do they dress
it's
up
a-
a lot?
it's a LARP. It's a
They all
LARP
play a game
airsoft
called Hunt
combo
the Showdown.
thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how we got here, but it's hilarious.
Okay, sure. So then, do we want to? I guess we'll work as we work our way out. We'll go and meet Enosis and Gertrude. So do we want to handle checking in on the Buttercup projection and the monsters in the meantime?
Probably, yeah. I could hop out that window there and float my way up. Might take a little while, but I could go get that ball rolling with Gnosis and his lady friend.
And the rest
Get
of us
them
can
down
take
to
care
the-
of everything else.
Get them down to the shore.
I mean, while you do that, we could look through what's here in those chests on the ball jumper,
They're
or
empty,
what's in the room,
said.
like on the bodies of the chainless here,
Yeah,
the scientists.
Yeah, plus there's
They got
like a bunch of.
vaporated. They got vaporized, didn't they?
They did, but
They
there's a
did.
bunch
They
of
did, oh.
alcoves like along the walls.
Yeah, there's a couple
No,
other
no,
things
no.
now. From here where I'm sitting over there's a whole other like bridge going over the little river
I mean,
thing.
I feel like we should wait for you to get back to go explore those things.
Yeah,
Oh.
it might just be sitting around a little longer. Not sure how long it'll take Novus and her to get around to that portal.
Well, you gotta
down
first
there.
find him.
I don't know if that'd be too hard. He was kind of ready and waiting. He might already be at the keep up there. So I can go do that if y'all want to sit and wait for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
I guess so. I'm gonna go wander off for a little while we're waiting.
Wait,
I gotta.
Wait, what if
What?
before you wander off, are the chests locked or trapped?
They're empty. Xander just said that.
I just said that.
In the
Sorry, I
puddle
have-
jumper specifically, they're empty.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there are a number of alcoves that are here. Looks like people were living in these alcoves, and Blackstar is going to go and explore those and the rest of everybody. Now that you've taken your short rest, it's probably 7, 8 in the morning. I can't remember what time. It
Wait,
would've
no,
been.
We did a long rest.
after the
So
attack.
it's like 1 p.m. ish,
Yeah.
very early afternoon, I think.
Yeah, we did a long rest before we
Sure.
came down here.
Okay.
One
Might be
or 2 o'clock,
might be
I
a little
think.
bit later than that. Yeah, it might be now with the short rest. Might be like 2:30.
Oh yeah, with the short rest.
Somewhere in that range. So that's fine. It's mid afternoon. But there's plenty. I was just saying, there's plenty of light coming in from that main opening, and yeah. So you guys are going about, kind of investigating the space that's here and those that fell during the battle, and actually, now that you've had a brief conversation, looking for loot before moving on to whatever your next step is, right? Does everybody feel confident in their hit points and recovered abilities and things like that from their short rest to
Yeah, I'm at 100%.
carry on?
I'm full, so yeah.
Carry on from there. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would guess it'd take me maybe an hour or less to float my way up, go get a Gnosis, go with them down to the pool.
Yeah,
and
it's less than an hour to float up and go and find
Yeah,
where he
that'd
is,
be
get him. Then
few
for them to
minutes.
travel downwards, it's probably like maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, maybe an hour and a half, something like that. So by the time you go and accomplish that, it's probably like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. Push that. So I was going to suggest that we call it here,